The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
This is Bad Luck Fale, and you are listening to the Shining Wizard Podcast.
That's enough. That's enough. Cut the damn music. We are live. We have a very handsome, very handy, very KJG style episode for all of you tonight. It's a little Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. We're live across all social medias that aren't obsessed with going to Mars. We don't want you just to listen. We want your soul.
Oh.
Let's get into a little bit of that wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
I'll start things off. It's Handsome Kevin.
Handjob Kyle. Look at this guy. And KJG. Welcome, Handjob.
Holy crap. Double hands, 1 month. 2 hands, 1 month. I think I've seen that video before.
Can you look up and little milk action?
Are you trying to milk me? Is that what you're doing?
I thought maybe you could from the bottom.
I got nipples, fucker. Can you milk me?
Yeah, you
can make it. Classic.
How is everybody doing? I'm gonna start with you, KJG, because you got that beautiful Costco hoodie, their sweatshirt, just a sweatshirt, and I love so much. How are you, man?
I am good, man. I'm very well. Just another Monday night in paradise, baby.
Oh, paradise,
Right.
and. Yeah. No, it's looks like a very it's a bit of a palatial basement, maybe. Hand job.
What's up?
How are you, man? How's that hammer hanging?
Oh, it's winter, so it's not hanging. I think it's there though. It's there somewhere.
Is it tucked under?
It's more like on top, kinda. But yeah, everything other than that, everything is what?
On top of what?
On top of what?
Yeah.
You mean, where else would it be?
What makes a soft bottom? Think about it.
Exactly.
Ooh. Hey, all right. I got you. You got me there. You got me there.
Yeah.
So if it's okay with you guys, this is where I want to start because I was left a little bit confused, maybe a little bit disappointed. The Rock. The Rock came back Friday night on SmackDown. I think everybody's got giant, big opinions on this. I do as well. Maybe not as big as either way. KJG, what did you take in from this Cody Rhodes Rock segment of fun and misery and disaster?
Can I give you a bit of a hot take here?
Well, only if you don't introduce your takes as hot takes. That's a get off my lawn.
Boiling hot take incoming.
Well, you know what? That's exactly how I feel about The Rock.
Put on the oven mitts.
Oh, get off my lawn to The Rock.
To get off my lawn to The Rock.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's by design, but every time he comes back, it seems like it's fucking something up that they worked so hard to do well. So I don't know where they're going with this yet. But last year is the perfect example, they obviously were going to pivot to Rock and Roman, and then the fans spoke up and that changed. It seems like, again, now this might be trolling last year's thing. If you know what I'm saying, it could be a troll job of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Rock is back and now Rock is here doing something. I don't know where we are with this yet. And I don't like it at all. I like the segment, but I don't like, because I said before the show that I did like the segment, and I do.
Okay.
But hand job, where could they possibly go with this? And I would like to ask you, what was the weirdest take that you saw on social media from this segment in response?
Well, before you answer their hand job, I do want to kick it to Scott George, who says it's 30 minutes of his life he'll never get back.
Yeah, it was long, that's for sure.
Can I tell you this? I just recently watched it, like right before I came on here. And if you skip the entrances, it's only about 7 minutes long. So it's not that long. But no, it was, I don't know, in terms of like weirdest takes I've seen, because I think it's the confusion is the prevailing like thought among everybody. It was weird when Rock came back for the Netflix premiere and pretended like the whole thing with Cody never happened. Like that's among all of this, that's the thing that bothers me the most. It's almost like they're trying to backtrack it and like trying to reverse engineer why that was the case. Like Rock, like he like earned, or like Cody earned his respect. So he likes that Cody stepped up to him and slapped him in the face, and now he wants Cody to be his champion. But like, I don't know. To me, my first thought is like, okay, they have no plan. They're just throwing stuff at the wall, and we'll see how the crowd responds, and we'll maybe figure something out later. I don't really know what Cody's direction is for WrestleMania. I guess that's what Chamber's there to set up, but I don't know what there really is to mess up at this point. So I'm, it's all up in the air, and that's part of me kind of likes it that there's not like one clear path to WrestleMania, but I'm skeptical on how they follow up.
Well, there's not one clear path, but it's all over the fucking place. And I'll say this: I think it was probably the worst Rock promo I can remember. He was not concise in his message whatsoever. He was not concise in who he was. He came out, he pumped the crowd. Yeah, Louisiana, everybody's coming back. Everybody's singing with The Rock. Now I'm going to be a heel. I'm going to transition this into a heel piece. Then I'm going to bring Cody out, and I'm going to be, I'm going to pay him some respect. Now I'm going to be a face again. Now, you know what? I want you to be my champion. My champion. You know what? I also want you to be my brother. Don't have a brother. Be my brother. Get if you're going to be my brother has to get stuck in the dryer every now and again. You're going to have to be okay with that. I'm pretty sure he said that. And then he lands on, I want your soul. Think about it. I want your soul, like some type of a weird fucking Jafar situation. I fucking hate it. And he stumbled. He stopped the intro, his music. I don't know what happened with that. It was a different music than it was The Rock's music. It was different. I was not fucking for this. Not in the slightest.
Seemed very ad-libbed.
Yeah, probably.
But not in a great way.
Yeah, no. He was way more confident in it than he should have been, I think.
I guess I just like it because it leaves us guessing again. And I will say this, like, I'm like kind of like coin flip 50-50 on this, because The Rock, to me, the more he comes back, like as like a part-time dude, and just for this season, like I can't compare him to like Brock. I can't compare him to Roman. I can't compare him to Cena is like the biggest takeaway from this is that, is he trying to be the new like corporate like Vince McMahon guy? Like, is that, because I've seen that floating around where like he's going to be the new corporation. He wants Cody to join him. And to your point about like he was dancing around being a heel and a babyface, I feel like he ended up accomplishing the heel role again, and to the point where I can forget about the Netflix thing. I can forget about that. That was what it was in a vacuum. We're a new company. I'm the face of this company. I'm the head of TKO, whatever. I have to like be a good guy because we're starting this new. I can get past that, but I feel like he accomplished what he wanted to do as a heel, but now I just don't know where it's going to go, Kev.
No, I don't know where it don't. Oh, Kev, gross.
Kev Dog.
Oh, don't.
I wanted to switch it up, all right? HK. I keep saying HK.
HK works. Kev sounds like something you go to the free clinic.
I think I'd have to fuck.
Why are you so down on Kev? You hate Kev?
I've always hated Kev. It sounds like something you go to the free clinic and get tested for. Like, oh shit, I slept with I slept with an unclean. I got to go get tested. I got the
KEV.
And with him flopping back and forth, like I'm a heel, I'm a face. That's one way to absolutely make your audience kind of tune out.
Which they did.
Absolutely did. Like they did it in WCW all the time. They would have guys go face, heel, face, heel, face in one show during the dying days. Like nothing makes people tune out quicker to flopping like that. And I can't say I didn't change the channel. I was with it because I was not enjoying it so much. And I've been enjoying a lot of what he's done to this point. And then he goes to the presser. I didn't watch the presser. but he goes to the presser, and all accounts
right.
where he was just a regular corporate guy at the presser. So how do you sit down?
I hated that, by the way.
Yeah. Did you watch the presser?
I didn't watch. I saw like a few clips. I hated how he's on the television show as the character, and then right away does the press conference. All right, so when I was in this scene, like this is kind of my methodology, and this is why I said what. It's like, what world are we in? Like I can't immerse myself in this TV show if right away you're gonna break the fourth wall and just like complete. I don't know. It just ruins it for me. Like we all know what wrestling is, but to just be so like WWE's official socials, they're posting it. It's like, all right, can we pull it back a little bit?
Is there a world? I'm sorry, HK. Is there a world where like the live crowd tuning out of this isn't necessarily a bad thing? Like, are they just so like not sure of what they're seeing that the story could progress in a way that might either elicit a reaction? Like, I don't think they were tuned out because they were bored. I just think they didn't know what they were seeing and what they were getting themselves into. And it did go very long. I will give you that. It went long. But is it possible that maybe they were just intrigued, and so intriguing doesn't get a reaction? Shock does. Disappointed does.
Yep.
Maybe it's just like they didn't know what they were getting. And that's how I felt watching at home. Like I just wasn't sure where we were going yet.
The only way to me this actually pays off in a way that I find myself going to enjoy it is if Cody goes, "Yep, have my soul. Let's fucking do it." Like that. That's the only way.
Yeah, that's the only payoff you'll accept.
Exactly, because there's nothing for me in a heel Rock versus face Cody situation. Like there's no more intrigue there. I'm not into it.
Hand job. I remember I asked you what the weirdest take you saw was on social media, and I asked that because I saw a weird take. I forget who said it. It's a comedian buddy of mine. He said that what if this leads to a heel John Cena for the last year of his career, and now he's the corporate guy side by side with The Rock.
Yeah, which that could play. You know, Cena comes so close at winning the Rumble, doesn't. Now let's say he comes so close at winning the Chamber, doesn't. Desperate to get that number 17, he'll do whatever he has to do, similar to like I don't know, Steve Austin in 2001, aligning with the devil, giving his soul to the corporate boss. You know, so I could definitely. I don't know. I have trouble picturing the arc for Cena out of that though, because he can't finish his career like that. So no. I don't know. But also, like, it could be Cena, it could be Punk, it could be a bunch of guys. Maybe not a bunch of guys, but those were the two theories I saw, were Cena and Punk being the soul that Rock takes. But
I just love to cheer for Punk though. I don't want to like boo Punk for some reason.
I think he thrives as a heel personally, and I think he's due for a refresh, and it'd be into Punk and Rock as a unit. It doesn't taste good when I put it on my tongue, but like it could be something. Yeah.
Well, to give you something to swallow.
Yeah. He's vegan though, so there's no protein.
I don't know if I'm ready for like the return love affair for Punk to be over yet, if that makes sense. Like I'm still like totally invested as like the good story of Punk returning. I don't want to let that go yet. Like so much to the point where like I was like, I'm very happy that Jey Uso won the Rumble, but I was very pissed that CM Punk didn't. Like I want Punk to finish his story and get his main event at WrestleMania for the title match.
Finish his story and get his WrestleMania moment? Is that what you want?
Who are you, Matt?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
I'm completely fine with Punk being a face right now. Completely fine with him being a face. I'm gonna go back to the soul thing though, because to me it's so fucking weird. Like we don't have like if somebody was going after souls, should it not be the Wyatt Six? Right? Shouldn't that be who's going after somebody's soul's a fucking that's the Undertaker. That's
after Alexis.
That's what they need to be occupied with.
If I could volley, sir. Rock's father. Soul Man.
Okay.
Put that on the table. I don't know what to do with it, but it's on the table. It's uncooked.
Okay.
So feel free to do whatever you want. So,
okay. The Soul Man.
Soul
Man.
Ain't
bad.
I think it was a little different context to that, but it's fine. It's fine.
He wants a soul brother.
Yeah, soul brother. There you go.
Does he
Folks.
want a soul? Does he want a soul train?
He does want a soul.
Yeah. Ooh, he can start a faction, and they bring up Soul Ruka.
Ah,
Yep. We're putting it all together, folks.
Man,
what was wasn't Papa Shango's gimmick the Soul Taker? Am I making that up?
I don't think that was his gimmick. I think that's what they called him backstage. But I'm all for making that canon for a character.
I'm fairly sure he was the Soul Taker before
he was Papa Shango.
Before he was Shango, not the Federation though.
No.
Are there any South
Memphis, I
Korean
think.
wrestlers out there?
From Seoul, is that where you're going?
If this was like, the early 2000s, they could just get any, they can make Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, from Seoul, South Korea.
I think you were going to say Seoul, North Carolina. From Seoul, North Carolina.
I believe that's where Spreadsheet Action is from.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
Did you guys happen to see before? I want to get back to this, but did you guys happen to see? Speaking of Papa Shango, I guess the Nation of Domination did like an indie spot over the weekend.
Yes.
And Papa Shango and Kama Mustafa came out in full Papa Shango gear and did the fist raise.
Yeah, did
And
you
Papa
notice
Shango.
with that, and it's just me being very, nitpicky, which is something that I love being. They all came out and they all raised their left fist except for Ron, which with his right. Yeah,
I noticed that too.
And then I had in my mind, I had to go back. Like, did they do that always? Was he the only one and they didn't? They didn't. He just.
It annoyed me too because sometimes with the bloodline, when they raised the ones, some of them have like their different hand raised that it would look all sorts of out of whack. So I have like that attention to detail when it comes to stuff like that. It's not uniformed enough.
It fucking bothers me.
I
Where do you
was bothered
stand
by
on
it.
you?
No, I was bothered by that. It was Papa Shango in the Nation.
See, that part didn't bother me as much, and I don't know why.
You weren't bothered by the big voodoo face painted man that was
No.
never in the faction being in the faction?
Nah, not really.
I mean,
Let's just throw some hose out there. Why don't we?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. All
Dude's
right,
getting
what
all
else
of
we
his
got?
gimmicks crossed.
Got some
What
hose?
else was he? The boxer. What was his?
Kama
the
Mustafa?
Supreme fighting machine. Yeah.
Fighting machine. Yep.
Yeah,
Let's get them all out there. Why don't we?
I mean,
Why
take
not?
the
I
hat
think-
off at least.
I think they kind of were all out there.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
They're always within him. In his soul. Speaking of souls.
The other, SmackDown, Braun Strowman. Anybody? Any thoughts on Braun Strowman? Because I'm pretty much fucking tired of him.
He wasn't involved in the finish, so I'm okay with it. He fucking destroyed the fuck out of Jacob Fatu on the outside in both of them, right? Or Solo? No,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
He's Big Show. That's what he is. That's fine. He's in his Big Show. Let me just. I'm the big man that you think is going to win every time, but never does. Like, that's who he is.
But like,
I like that comparison.
it's not bad at all. This is like the one flaw with the Triple H era is that he's committed to stick to people that like aren't getting over as much as they were before they left, or as like case in
Very
point,
gross.
Motor City Machine Guns. Like case in point, Braun Strowman. Case in point, Shinsuke Nakamura. Even like
Ugh.
it's not everything that he does is turning to gold, and it's just seems like it's more dude. LA Knight, like he still gets the reactions, but he ain't what he was.
No, they needed to jump on him. Oh yeah. When he was at the height, when he was at the peak, and they didn't, and now it's kind of on the downslope. With Strowman though, like if you remember when he came back, fucking red leather pants, Pierce Nippies, running like a maniac. Let that be the guy. Let Pierce Nippy Braun be the man.
Yeah, we love a Pierce Nippy Braun.
Right.
Boston
Yeah.
bald was he was bald at that point, right? He shaved his head completely. Leather, red denim.
pretty
Yeah,
sure,
red denim
yeah.
Braun. Yeah, had a bald head, and he teamed with Ricochet, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a little strange.
That actually was like weirdly pretty sick for some reason. I wish that had more legs to it, which is
Braun
tough
Strowman
because I
and
think didn't he have like a
Ricochet.
leg injury? Yeah. No, I remember it being like pretty. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it sucked. I don't know.
The world needs more Braun Strowman and Ricochet.
No, they
people.
don't. No.
We need
That's a
more
hot-
train noises. Not enough train noises for Braun Strowman nowadays.
With him running around the ring with the train noises.
Yeah.
Shit's just
Oh my
upside
God,
down.
I forgot about
Just
that.
upside down.
I was talking about
that-
his entrance, but I forgot they did that in the match. Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that pandemic era, Braun?
Yeah, darn tootin'.
Post. They had live crowds back
Was
for
it?
that. Yeah.
And they played a train?
It was
No, they
fantastic.
did not. That
Yes,
had
they
to
did.
have been pandemic.
Pandemic.
That's right.
No, it was I'm pretty sure that they did it in front of live crowds, and it was
I think it was birthed in the pandemic, but it bled over a little bit into the real times.
fucking hilarious.
Pure Snippy
Hilarious.
Braun wouldn't do that.
You don't think so?
No.
All right.
Has he ever not had peer snips?
He doesn't now.
Does he not?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Didn't take.
That's rejected it. Happens.
So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about NXT.
Oh, yeah.
I really think that
Oh, yeah.
NXT is in line, right, as being the hottest program that they have. It's right up, and it's hard too because they're hitting on all cylinders on SmackDown, on Raw, and then when you think like, oh, NXT might be a little bit of a throwaway, they fucking blow your balls off every single time. And the argument still is out there like it's a developmental, which it is. You know what I mean? In concept, it's a developmental, but they have a major network. They're on live prime
Major
time.
adjacent.
It's hey man, it's CW is still a big thing, right? It's not ABC, not ABC. CW is still a big thing.
Major adjacent.
It's I
But
bet,
point
is it,
taken. It's not Peacock, all right? It's not.
is it in more homes than TNT? That's a
No.
question.
No.
Really? That
think so.
surprises me.
No.
It's regular TV where I'm at. CW is just regular TV. You get it. It's part of the
No, yeah,
bag.
it's over the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's not carried. I don't think it's like I don't know how to say it. It's not in more homes than TNT. I could almost bet on that, even though I'd probably be wrong.
All right, I would like somebody to answer that question for us. Everybody saw NXT. Everybody was a fan of NXT.
Dude, like, how could you not be? And I think a lot of it has to do with, believe it or not, the influx of TNA. Like, it's like, how is that even a question? Like, how is that even a thing? Like, if you watched TNA last Thursday, Obafemi shows up, the NXT World Champion shows up, the freaking Hardys are going to be on the show tomorrow
That's
night.
crazy, yeah.
Like, it's bonkers. Moose showed up on Tuesday. Like, Moose is going to be
Moose.
wrestling tomorrow night. So, like,
It's definitely a show where like it feels very like anything could happen, probably more so than any other TV right now. So
Right. Which is
I don't know.
definitely plays into like the intrigue part of it.
yeah.
You,
And
you
it-
have, you have no idea what's going to happen week to week on NXT. I mean, shit. Last week we saw Beeve right there on the CW. Who saw that coming? Not me.
Steve?
Well, there was Hole. We saw Hole.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're not
If the
wrong.
Beeve's out, let the Beeve run.
I agree. I agree.
It's just so funny. In HK, like you brought this up when you brought up NXT initially. It's like, so NXT is the third brand, right? And TNA has long been considered an inferior brand to the top two of AEW and WWE. We obviously feel differently. We love TNA. We think TNA has a better product than AEW most of the times. We think TNA might even have a better product than WWE most of the time. But it's so funny to think that the third tier of the main company and this fourth level brand now are creating all this buzz. It's just like how many people do you think know like mainstream wrestling fans? Moose never wrestled for a mainstream company. Ring of Honor, TNA, yes.
Yep.
Never WWE, but people went nuts for him showing up.
We do got the numbers in here. Looks like Tropical says just did the web search and CW is in more homes than
Yeah.
TNT, and he also says multiple sources.
Fair enough.
Scott
Who's
George says, yeah, Tropical, Tropical. Scott George says NXT is WWE's best show right now.
Hard to argue.
Any thoughts on Starks? Saints, my bad.
Ricky
Saints and Ethan and Saints.
I don't mind it. I mean, of course, I would have preferred just Ricky Starks, but they could have gone way more wacky with it.
Yep.
At least got the Ricky and the Saints. Are they going to try to make it like Is his finisher going to be like the cross or the Jesus pile driver or something? Like, I hope they don't get too cute with it.
I figured that. So when Kevin Steen became Kevin Owens, he obviously took the name. His son's name is Owen. That's the way he went with it. Big fan of Owen Hart. Yes, and I'm thinking that same thing. They probably gave Ricky a little bit of input on his name change as well, because he's a Louisiana guy.
Yeah.
Ricky Saints makes a lot of sense for him. I'm completely fine with it. The interaction between him and Paige was interesting, I want to say. I wasn't completely there for it. Yeah.
It's the prologue to his run, I think. So it's like, I'm not going to look too much into it.
I dropped a prologue this morning.
Big log.
No amateur logs in that household.
No, sir.
That's for sure. No.
He signed his contract. He's a pro.
Yeah. This isn't LFG or whatever.
Yeah, this isn't NIL. Yeah.
He got the WWE ID.
Yeah.
Just me sitting there in the shitter. Well, if it was double T, it'd be door open. Triple H walked in. I got the contract.
I mean, you could consider the shitter, the transfer portal. So.
I might use that.
Where? In what context?
It's transferring from one place to another.
Nobody really knows.
Be right back, honey. I'm going to go into the transfer portal. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Works. I like it, and it should stay.
The portal potty.
Well, that's a lot of fun. Hold on now. That's a lot of fun.
Portal potty. I like it.
Portal potty.
Yeah,
I like it. Okay. I wanted to ask you guys, Andre Chase. So I was talking with a friend of mine that's a performer here on the indie scene that is a little confused about Andre Chase.
All right, go on.
Because his look and his skill set. And I think Andre Chase's look is horrible for a performer. Like, horrible look, horrible gear. He's got one of those faces that you want to see if you can start a shotgun. But he's
disheveled.
Right. Well, his in-ring style, though. His in-ring style is something different than we're seeing anybody else do. And it is a little bit refreshing. So every now and again, I watch him and I go, I could really get into this guy if he looked better.
So we, like Matt and I and Tony, have a lot of experience with Chase because he was part of the Bravado Brothers tag team, Northeast, Evolve, Dragon Gate, all that stuff. But I will tell you this, I can't disagree with you on anything. Because I was very surprised that years ago when he was signed, I was actually kind of surprised because he didn't have a look. He didn't have what WWE was, air quotes, looking for.
Right.
But like his brother looked more like a wrestler than him. I don't know if they're Shoot brothers. I know Matt's in the chat. I know I'm not sure if they're Shoot brothers. They might be. But they were the Bravado brothers on the Indies in the Northeast and Evolve and all that stuff. And his brother looked more like a wrestler than he did. And I was shocked that they signed him not only to just be like a Robert Stone kind of guy, like character, but they threw him right into the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. I do enjoy his style. That's the thing that I find hard with it because it's hard. Yeah. So that's the problem. Like, he offers something different. And this is going to be a horrible comparison, but I'm going to make it because it came into mind. I can't stop myself at this point. When you first started seeing William Regal show up in WCW, completely different than everybody else you were watching. And now I think Andre Chase, while not the same in that completely different style, the way William Regal was, he is offering you a different match and a different viewing experience when he is in the ring. And that's why I just go back and forth. Is he shit? Can he go eat a shit?
Can he eat a prologue?
There we go.
Prologue. I don't know. Matt Bowman chimes in. He says they are brothers.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
We can trust him. That's a source we can trust.
Hand job. You got big, strong feelings on Andre Chase?
I don't know about strong feeling. I mean, him and Duke Hudson, that match with Fraxium last year, that was one of my favorite matches of the entire year. So I agree. Like, Andre Chase can go, and that his look, especially now, at like the very disheveled, like, he's been through so much. Like, Kenny's like at the bottom, he's in the gutter. I think that there's like an endearing element of that. It's like, I wish you looked better. I wish you had your shit together because you are good. So in a way, I kind of like it, but
they legit just did this with Baron Corbin.
I was going to say, is this a
The Dream has no memory of that.
to hard luck.
But look, I mean, they dropped bum ass Corbin pretty fast, so they could just kind of pick it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Was he bum ass Corbin before Happy Corbin, and then he became Happy Corbin, or was he down on it? Was he Happy Corbin then down on his luck, and then back as like Apollo Crews' tag team partner?
Well, there was JBL in there somewhere.
Yeah, JBL in his pants.
Yeah, it's a giant fucking suit.
Doug Dimmadome looking ass.
Dimmadome.
Shout out my Fairly Odd Parents fans out there, all of them.
Who doesn't love JBL? His podcast is tremendous.
It is.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
It's a very good
JBL.
listen. So the ending.
How we got to Andre Chase, I'll never know, but we did.
Oh, him and Eddie Thorpe had a match on NXT, and that was actually what sparked the conversation between me and my buddy who performs on the indie scene, where it's one of those things where he's like, I don't get it, and I was like, well, here's why I get it, and I needed other people to see if they also get it, or he can go eat his shit. Ending of NXT, you got the 3 standing tall. You got Jordan stepping back, looking over. You think she just goes for both of them? Fuck it. Put one on each titty?
That is a thought. I don't know if she could handle both on each tit, but I kind of hope they keep the titles separated. Personally, I'd like to them be like in their own universes a little bit and not have to have Julia and Vacker, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Vacker.
I'd Vacker. Yeah, I don't know. It's again just more like questions, more things that leave you wanting to tune in next week to see what they do. So I mean, I like it.
I think we're getting Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan situation at WrestleMania 6. I think we're getting one champ versus the other, and I think we will have a double champ.
I hate double champs, man.
In a 3-way match?
Oh, I don't think Jordan's going to be involved. I think Jordan will be on the main roster by Mania.
Gotcha. So, and I read a report. I wish I would have bookmarked it so I could have referenced it. So she took a massive pay cut going to WWE.
Who did?
Jordan Grace, and not in the way that you think, through her performance contract. So I guess she was pulling in over $1 million on her OnlyFans, and she closed down her OnlyFans to take the contract with WWE. Smart play.
Long term, probably, yeah.
Ask Mandy Rose.
Depends how bad you want to wrestle, ultimately.
Right.
It seems like she loves it.
Yeah. Mandy didn't seem. I mean, Mandy seemed like she liked it, but maybe not as much as Jordan. Maybe not as hungry as Jordan.
Yeah, but like, didn't like Mandy Rose like make like fucking $1 million in like a quarter? Like,
I'm sure, yeah.
For her OnlyFans. So
for her Bone and Sabby.
I'm sorry, go. What?
Wasn't that's the whole thing? Her and Sabby.
What the fuck's a Sabby?
Sabby Piscatelli.
That's not his name.
Yes, it is. Sabby Piscatelli is 100% his name. He played safety for the Bucks. I forget what college he went to.
Oh yeah, that tall son bitch. Yeah. Sabo. No, it's not Piscatelli unless that's his real name.
Sabby Piscatelli.
Tino Sabatelli was his wrestling name.
Yeah.
Sabatino Piscatelli, indeed, is his name.
Yep.
Yes.
And what college you go to? Is it Syracuse?
He went to Oregon State.
Oregon State. All right, close enough.
Then he had a nice little run in.
Couldn't be farther.
He was in AEW for a little bit.
Sabby was?
Sabby, yeah.
Scott George has got some intel for us. He says she rarely shows anything on that platform.
Man on the street.
So
Scoop.
Scott George, he's our beef writer.
He's our beat writer. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Come on now.
Get on top of me and I'll beat you off.
Love it. I love it.
What else in the world of the WWE?
What other OnlyFans are out there? Anything else, Scott George, that we need to dive into? We got
everyone's got an OnlyFans.
Jinder Mahal, maybe. Does he have one?
Oh,
what about the
RVD gimmick?
I was saying only wrestlers. Anybody check that out yet?
I haven't.
Okay, neither have I.
Is that like? But so like, all right, so RVD now like has like a promotion, I think, and like he won't book you for his shows unless you are a wrestler that has an only wrestlers account.
Unless you're flashing cans on the net.
That's right.
Okay.
Rob
Is that
Van
what it's
Can.
called?
Is that what? Yeah, I think
like
that's
that.
what it's called. Yeah, flashing cans on the net. I don't know who else has one of those only
They all do,
fans.
don't they? They have
All
it.
of them?
Anyone that's not in WWE probably has one. I'm
I think
sure.
even people in WWE gotta have them.
No, you can't have in WWE.
You sure about that?
I think
Do you
that's
know
a
that?
hard rule. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Pretty positive. Pretty positive. Is there anything else WWE we wanna dive into?
Do you think we buried the lead a little bit here with like the freaking Hardy Boys are coming back to WWE tomorrow?
You
Like,
know
how
what?
do
Now that I think about it, sorry, KJG, didn't mean to cut you off. We did mention Jada Parker showing hole. Tiff Stratton, she showed nip. I think it's important we make the rounds, right?
Right.
you
Yeah.
want to cover
so
everyone?
we want to cover everybody, and everybody should. They need to be covered. Is what we're
Exactly.
saying. That's what
Yeah.
we're saying. So all you fucking freaks out there, there's a little Jada Parker and a little Tiff Stratton for you to look up. Anyways, KJG, like you were saying,
Quite the buffet, yeah.
I mean, the Hardys are going to be wrestling at a WWE ring tomorrow. I think that's something. Fun.
no,
Resident Jeff Hardy fan up here.
no,
Well-known Hardy Mark, especially Jeff Nero.
I fucking hate Jeff Hardy. I don't need to see Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy can go away and he can stay away. I'm okay with Matt. I'm a Matt guy. Matt entertains me.
Blow me.
He's good in the ring. Jeff can fuck smooth off.
I think one more world title run for Jeff. One more.
I hope he gets gonorrhea from a tractor.
That's specific.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Experience.
Why are you guys horny for the Hardys?
I'm horny for the Hardys.
You're horny for the Hardys. Hand job. You horny for the Hardys?
I mean, growing up, the Hardys were my favorite.
Oh,
I will
they
say,
were
like, in recent years, like, you know, whatever, old Hardys, it's like kind of I could take them or leave them. But back in WWE, I mean, I'll check it out. I don't know if they have main roster aspirations. Maybe they'll get called up one day to the big show.
Yeah, and then Jeff can just say, you know what? I'm probably out of here. I should be heading back to a rehab facility.
No,
and
no, no.
just
HK, he's here
walk
to
out.
right the wrongs.
slander.
He's here to
That's
leave on a
slanderous.
good note.
Just fucking walk out again. And I hope he walks out in front of fucking traffic.
He's done. He's clean now. He's here to
Yeah,
with
the
a
clock's
clean
ticking.
slate.
Clock's
It's like-
ticking.
It's like your boy
Reversing
Bobby
the
B.
clock.
He's good now. He's good now.
Bobby B is good, and he's always good.
Yeah, I
Jeff
wonder,
Hardy
if, I wonder if
needs
Bob
a shot.
Backlund regrets saying that about Hulk Hogan. He's good now. He's good now.
I don't think Bob Backlund has any regrets.
That's true. I wouldn't either. But yeah, I'm excited for the Hardys to come back to NXT. Listen, you know my end game. I need Moose is going to be there. I need my boy, my dear good close personal friend. I need Brian Myers
Oh,
to be on NXT.
jumping fucking.
Love the NXT crossover, right? Big fan. The system, can we just keep them over there? Keep them on Pop TV or whatever the fuck they're on now. Or
TV
Crackle or fucking Potpourri,
Bite your tongue.
dickcheese.com or whatever the
Bite your fucking tongue.
just keep stupid Moose. Hurry, like keep those guys. Those are like all the guys that like keep me from watching TNA. It's like I like that they're all in one bundle. I could put them to the side so I could watch my whoever else.
All right,
Oh man, I love it. I love it.
so let me
If
ask
you
you
can-
this real quick.
You can face the facts, KJG.
Oh no, it's the facts.
Deep cut. We're in the middle of it now, guys.
So, all right, no, now I'm curious though. Who in TNA? Like, all right, the system I get. They're like, I don't get it, but I get it. Who do you gravitate towards in TNA?
Well, here's the thing with TNA, like the turnaround is so quick that it's like if there's somebody that I'm interested in, it's like I'll just wait a few months and then they'll be on AEW or WWE. Like I'll tell you, grizzled young vets, they pulled me in for a little bit. Who else?
Are
I'm
they
trying to
even
think of
there?
guys.
I don't even know if they're even.
No,
still
no,
there.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like they were there for a second and then they left. I'm looking at the roster, like Eric Young, who cares? Like a big
He's a heel
Jake
now.
something guy who I know he's injured now. These are all made up names. What are we talking about? Like Josh Alexander. I would always like tune in for Josh Alexander matches. Him and whoever he was wrestling. But
Steve Macklin for the last year, probably.
Steve Macklin's another guy who's great. Like, but Mike Santana's great.
Santana's great. You know, Tessa Blanchard's great. Her voice is hideous.
All right, so Jeff Hardy you don't like, but Tessa Blanchard you're cool with.
Yeah.
That math checks out.
I'm talking about their in-ring work, right? Their in-ring work.
Right.
More of a Tessa Blanchard guy than I'm a Jeff Hardy guy.
Well, hold on. You were bothered by Jeff's out-of-ring stuff. But you're not bothered.
Well,
by Tessa.
so here's the thing, though. All right. All right. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Right.
Let's go.
Here's
what
I'm going to say.
Second
chances are important.
That's right.
Right.
People change, people grow, and you can't just completely shut somebody out completely because that's not going to allow them to change and to grow. So
Sure,
do I believe that she's alleged to have said and done some pretty horrible things? Yes, she's alleged to have done some pretty horrible things. I also know that all the fans out there were not present for these horrible things that are alleged to have happened. I also believe that regardless of what it is, regardless of what she may have said, she does deserve a chance to redeem herself. Now, Jeff Hardy has had
grudge. I got to know your grudge here.
Jeff Hardy has had chance after chance after
But
chance.
this is the last one.
To fucking redeem him. Oh, this is a final resolution?
Yeah, no, he's
no,
ready.
fuck that. Yeah, he can go fuck himself. He has proven himself that he cannot redeem himself. And in my eyes, I'm done with the guy. You can't get you don't get 7 chances with me. All right, Jeff Hardy? You don't get it. All right. You walk into a locker room and catch a charge walking past him. I'm not here for it.
All right. But he was never like arrested for anything like violent or like other than maybe like a DUI, which can be considered very, very, very violent. But like he was like no domestic issues, like nothing like that. Like he just had a problem and he seems to have fixed it.
He's an enigma.
He has seemed to have fixed it numerous times. He's an enigma. The motherfucker wrestling with a goddamn baseball cap on. An enigma. God.
Did you have a personal experience with him that rubbed you the wrong way? Or
Never met him. Nope, never have.
But he's a nice guy. His band's great.
Yeah, his band fucking blows.
Peroxy Y Gym?
Oh, they're miserable. They're absolutely miserable.
Is that what the fuck they're called?
Yeah.
Do you know the story behind his band name?
Peroxy.
So he was in the bathroom. He saw a bottle of peroxide. Wait, no. It was like some drug, but he replaced the letter Y with the word Y. Peroxy Y Gin. I might be off on a few letters there, but that's basically the... Yeah, he saw some lube. He's like, that's my band.
He mixes that in. That's his jerk solution. Peroxy, KY, and Selsun Blue.
Do you remember Lita had a band called the Luchagores?
I remember that.
Luchagores?
Luchagores, I believe it was. Yeah.
I think it might have been something else.
Luchagores.
Whoa, come on now.
No, well, listen to Hacksaw Jim Duggan called Lita a hoe on live television on Raw.
We called everybody a hoe.
Thank you. Tony, please,
Speaking
the voice of
hoes.
reason here. Jeff Hardy.
Tessa Blanchard said a bad word. Fuck off.
Listen, fucking conservative Republican
like a
Tony.
black
She said a bad word.
Thank you, Tony.
Oh no, that's
I
actually
say bad words all the time. Everyone says bad words.
Yeah, we were saying them before we hit record.
And does she not deserve a second chance?
She deserves multiple chances. She's such a darling woman.
And now
She's talented.
Has Jeff Hardy, has he run his gambit of chances?
Oh, Jeff Blarty.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, a DWI. That's not really like a big criminal offense.
I said it was serious. I forgot about that one, but he never like beat his wife.
Well, Tessa
Not that we
never
know
beat
of.
her husband. I mean, was that a thing? You know, let me tell you something. I call my brother and I tell him, hey, what's up? You're bothering me? I'm driving home. He's like, yo, let me call you back in 2 minutes. He calls me back now. The second I sit down to talk to you fuckers.
All right. Well, that was interesting.
Family stinks.
Name of the episode?
Oh my God.
There's so many. We hit on a bunch of stuff.
No, but oh my God, hurt my feelings. You said an awful racist thing to me. Wah! Eat a shit.
Eat a shit.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy, Peroxy Y Gin. It was probably something he was drinking instead of gin. Peroxide Y Gin. I don't know.
Isn't that what they call Americans in Japan? Wygens?
Is that racist? Should we fucking ban KJG now? Can we get on social media?
See you later.
See you later.
We can't have that on the show, can we?
No,
my
no,
God.
no.
All right, you know what? Second chance. You're back, KJG.
If anybody deserves a second chance, it's KJG.
Don't let it happen
Get out of my
again.
misery already, Wilcher.
Tony, since you missed the opening discussion, we touched on a little WWE, and I want to know Soul taking Rock.
Yeah, he's
Anything?
just trying to be relevant. Here's the problem with Rock's comebacks. Every time he comes back, he overstays his welcome, and like saying hi to everybody on Netflix and then wanting to steal Cody's soul, he could eat a shit. He can. I don't care. Bye, Rock. There's so much shit going on in the main event right now. We don't need the Rock at this point.
Exactly.
Let him come back for SummerSlam. That'll be good. Rock comes to SummerSlam. He likes wearing those short sleeve shirts of his, those $10,000 shirts, whatever he wears.
Oh,
You know-
I have a question about The
Go
Rock.
for it. Go for it.
Is he still the Muhammad Ali bullshit champion?
He didn't
he
bring
didn't
the
have
belt out, but
Did somebody beat him?
Nah,
For the
Triple H. Triple H said, "Hey, leave that belt home, you douche."
yo, you
Thank
think
God.
that people will get so sick of The Rock, they'll start calling it X-Rock Heat?
No.
Come on, give it to me.
It was clever. It wasn't good. It was clever.
Oh,
I'll give you that.
It wasn't good. It was clever. You're not wrong.
I don't
I'll
think
take
so.
it.
It's possible. I don't think it's possible. Tony, also one thing I wanted to get your opinion on or your thoughts. The week of slips in WWE, it was abundant, man. Any favorites?
The week of slips. Oh,
Yeah.
getting fired.
No. We saw a little hole and we saw a little nip.
Oh, I did not know. I did not notice the hole or the nip.
Pull it up.
What? Pull it up and pull it out.
All right. Who nipped and who?
You're gonna want to look up Jada Parker, and you're also gonna want to look up a little Tiffany
Wait.
Stratton.
Now, was Jada Parker the nip or the hole?
That's the hole.
At least whole. Yeah.
is that why people were posting pictures of her match?
Yes.
I mean, they weren't looking at her arm drags. Okay, but you know. Oh, that's a sick hammerlock, Jada Parker.
Hall gear. Like I
God. God bless Reddit. First thing it hits, Jada Parker's holes.
There's a whole subreddit for it.
Oh my God. Oh, we got motion or is this all stills? Oh my God, dude. Is that a beauty
bad.
mark?
My
What
bad.
is that?
That's called a clitoris, Tony.
No. It's like
Huh?
You'll find it one day.
no, it's the brown frown, bro. Yeah, that's Heine hole, bro. Even the ring announcer's like, Yeah, that's all butthole, dude.
That's
That's
all
all-
clean.
That's all brown eye. Can we write that down? That's all
47
brown eye?
minutes. It's all whole, dude.
Oh,
All right, now wait. What was the other one? Who's nip?
Tiffany Stratton.
I mean, her gear though, it's just asking for Lave
Oh,
to
always.
pop out.
Yeah.
Didn't her shit break in the Royal Rumble?
No, that
No,
was
that was-
Lyra.
That was Lyra
Yeah.
Valkyria. Oh, was it her?
Yes.
It was her.
Yeah.
That was a get off my lawn.
Oh, we got multiple angles of this one. Get down.
Get down.
Get down with the brown frown.
This is a brutal
Who did-
here.
Wait. All right. Nudes for days on X. Quote, Tiffany Stratton nip slip and hint of pussy from SmackDown last night.
Just a hint. Just a hint.
Look at
Yeah.
Susan. Oh, all right. All right. Nudes for days. Wait. Fuck, where's my bell? Correct on both counts.
They gotta be
Give him a
confirmed.
follow.
Oh my God. All right,
Yeah, we
good.
lost Tony.
Good honor. Wait, I'm not here?
No.
Like, mentally, we lost you.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm shutting shit down. I don't need that shit open all night.
Pants a little tighter. It's all right.
You wouldn't need it open all night.
Oh no. Kyle, welcome to the show, by the way.
Hey, thanks. Well, I'll welcome you to the show.
Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
How about that?
I'm happy to be here. No, it's nice when we get somebody one of our friends to join us for an entire episode. And I just wanted
It's a
to thank him
pleasure.
and help make him feel welcome. I'm sure you guys didn't do that.
Very uncomfortable this whole time. So
You should have showed him some,
holes again.
yeah, if you would have showed him some hole, you would have been all right.
next time, take the Brian Knobs approach.
Oh, the old next time routine.
Heard that before.
So we were talking a little before you got here, Tony. We were talking a little Hardy Boys, little TNA. KJG was pretty excited for them to face. So they're facing the crime syndicate there.
The crime syndicate? Oh, I know who you mean.
The Randy Orton Jr. guy.
Oh,
and,
the fucking
Yeah, Baron von Raschke.
William
What was
Regal.
this hand job?
No, that's their like deal.
The Charlie
The,
Dempsey vehicle, Regal's kids tag team.
It's not Diamond Mine. Is it Diamond Mine?
No, it's the quarter
no.
catch crew.
Yes.
yeah.
NQCC. Yeah,
What does that mean? Quarter catch? Like,
No quarter.
well, no quarter? What does that mean?
I think it's a wrestling term.
It's like no remorse, I think. Kind of similar.
I think they got 2 dimes and a nickel.
I thought no quarter was like the quartering act. Like you're not allowed to, the military's not allowed to put like soldiers in your house without your permission.
Are we
those are
just
quarters.
positive like a quarter move is like a wrestling term? Like quarter, like
It's a wrestling term. Yeah.
No
Yeah,
prison. It's like no take no prisoners. It's like a synonym for that.
That is terrible. Why not just call yourselves take no prisoners?
That kind of sucks too. You might as well call yourself ops.
Then call yourself ops, special ops.
got it. Nobody even
I'll have
watched
no
some
ops
AEW yet.
slander. Ops
Yeah, dude.
rules. Big ops guy.
I was gonna say, and with that, maybe we should talk a little bit about AEW.
Oh, my favorite show, must watch TV. See the more homes than CW, Fox, and ABC combined. It was a
but
long
nobody
ride
watches
home,
C-
gentlemen.
Nobody watches CW though, so tree, forest, sound.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no,
You guys get it. You guys picking up what I'm putting down.
no.
You understand?
So Handjob, you said you loved AEW earlier. It was you watched that over you watched TNA. I think that was a direct quote. You don't
I don't know if I
watch
said
TNA.
that.
I think you said if you want to see these guys from TNA, you'll just wait a couple months and there they are in AEW for you.
Oh,
So,
yeah, they don't always flesh out to be good.
Well, in fairness, HK, anybody worth watching AEW, give it a couple months, they'll show up on WWE anyway. So
that's true.
we're
in a courtroom.
you know.
Speedball Mike Bailey couldn't give a fuck less about Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah.
no, fuck him and his fucking no shoes wearing pads, fucking freak.
Fucking white teeth, motherfucker.
Yeah, him and his wife could go fucking jump off a bridge.
What does his wife do?
No,
I don't know.
Veda's great.
No, Veda's annoying. Matt's got a vendetta against Veda.
Vendetta against Veda, huh?
It was one of those solo interviews he did when he was like first starting, and she was like a complete cunt to him.
I was gonna say
Oh.
former guest of the show.
Yeah,
Vendetta.
yeah.
So Handjob, I've never really gotten like your full AEW off the cliff thoughts. What are your
the cliff.
Yeah, because I mean clearly they've been off the cliff and have been waiting to hit the ground for a while now. What do you tell me, man? Tell me about it, stud.
I'm not as off the cliff as you guys are. I'm like looking down there. I'm like looking at the rocks falling down to the gorge. But like, the past couple of weeks have not been too bad. A lot of my whole thing with AW is it's always like it's just too much. Like there's not like a lot of focus. It's just like bam, 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 and there's dream matches every week, and nothing gets a chance to build or to settle in. But I mean, I don't know. I'm in and out with AW. Oh yeah, but I'm more in than out nowadays.
You are more in than out. Why?
Perhaps. I don't know. Some good stuff there.
So I did myself a favor this week,
Go for it.
and I did not watch AEW.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I said, you know what? It's time for a break. I need to step away.
We all need a break.
I'm going to be going on vacation, right? I'm not going to be watching it this week because I'm going to be on vacation. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and take a step back. I don't need it this week. And so I didn't watch it. And you know what? I was a little happier this week. Just a little happier this week.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, KJG, I'm sure you watched.
I did. I watched Dynamite and Collision.
And you were hard the entire time?
Oh, big bone.
Turgid.
You had the rebar, steel
That's
pole.
right.
You're ready
Orange
to
Cassidy,
franchise?
Roderick Strong gets me every time.
Oh,
Every single time.
Yeah,
No, that's-
Penelope pit stop, no selling fucking swinging chairs. Wonderful. Absolutely.
yeah. So walk us through the highlights.
Chef's kiss.
Time for homework.
Yeah, no. I did enough homework this week. No, we don't have to go through the highlights of fucking AEW. I enjoyed the shows. Like Harley Cameron is still fucking great. Jericho Bandito, believe it or not, Jericho had a good match with Bandito.
MJF Hangman stuff. That's all good.
That's all gravy, baby, for me. And speaking to, I watched Collision more recently, obviously, because it happened more recently. But like the whole like the trios teams with like the Undisputed Kingdom and the Death Riders, like that's something. I know that I complained about how like there's too many spoons in the porridge with the Death Rider storyline, but Edge showed up and just fucking destroyed Pac. So I don't know if that.
So I did. Ah, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, KJG. I remembered. I did watch one match. I did because I heard about what had happened in the match and I had to see it.
Go for it.
Bane and what's her fucking name? Come on. What's her name?
Thunder Rosa.
Statlander?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Botlander! Woo, woo!
What happened after was so fucking atrocious.
Yep.
So fucking atrocious.
Let's push Penelope pit stop, baby.
You're in, and you have a face running down with the chair, and she threatens to swing. Neither one of them even do as much as flinch. They don't step out of the ring. They stand there. Thunder Rosa should have fucking clocked her.
She
I was
should
about to say,
have.
at a certain point, like you gotta do something.
The right thing is to fucking hit her. That's the right thing to do. And they walk out looking like jackasses. Thunder Rosa stays in the ring looking like a jackass. The whole thing is fucked. The whole thing is fucked. And that's I had to watch it because I had to see the fucked. And after I saw the fucked, I can't tell you how happy I was that I didn't watch the whole goddamn show. Shove it up your ass.
I love women's wrestling, especially from AEW.
Hey, don't worry, they got Mercedes Moné versus Japanese woman number 78 coming.
Yuka
So that's gonna be
Sakasaki.
no, it's someone else. I forget what her name is. Watanabe.
Watanabe. Ryu Miss Nabi. Major Watanabe.
Want to slap my knobby.
But the Mariah May, Tony Storm stuff was brilliant. That pile driver was sick. Did you guys see that pile driver on the stage?
Nope.
And a 2 count.
It was on the stage, man. It wasn't a match.
Was it a Hawk pile driver, a no sell?
No, it was. No.
I watched a conglomeration of like Hawk no selling pile drivers that somebody posted on Facebook. I was like, wow, Hawk really was a dickhead, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So was Hercules. Remember that there was a match from like the Garden with like Hercules taking a power bomb from Sid. Sid pins him, and as soon as the match is over, Hercules just gets up and like
gets up and walks out. Yeah,
out of the ring.
Well, I think that was Hercules' last match, so he was like fucking all out at that point.
Yeah, he was gone.
Hercules.
Yeah, I love some Herc.
Herc and Jerk.
Herc and Jerk.
Jerk. Yeah.
That's what they called him, right? That's what Bobby didn't they call him Herc and Jerk at in WWE Power and Glory?
They called him Herc and Jerk?
Somebody did.
Jeez.
Someone they were facing. It could have been the Road Warriors for all I know.
You know, I just watched a video the other day on Paul Roma when he got fired from WCW. You guys see this has been making the rounds?
Was this after his match with like Alex Wright?
Yep, that's the exact one. Been traveling with him, been trying to, make him look good, and then comes out for the pay-per-view and completely fucks everything up. And away he went, because I guess he was promised that he wouldn't lose to Alex Wright at the pay-per-view.
I think
that's such a fucking bullshit thing to do.
If I'm not mistaken, Paul Roma does the Alex Wright dance.
Yes, he does.
In the match, which they were really furious about, because this is a new babyface they're trying to get over, and you're completely shitting on him, even though you're the heel. I think that's what did it.
That, and he went for that that giant elbow, and he even says, he goes, I don't think I've ever gotten higher on that elbow drop, and he was way up there, and he wasn't. I guess he wasn't supposed to do it, or because he was told, and the only reason he did this shit is because he was told he wasn't gonna lose the pay-per-view, make Alex Wright look great, and he just didn't want to lose the pay-per-view. That's such a fucked up thing to do, though. You're getting paid. It's your job to do what the promoter tells you to do, not 100%. I don't want to lose at the pay-per-view. Go fuck yourself.
It's so funny that you mentioned Paul Roma though today, because Dax from the FTR put out a tweet today saying that the most like misconceived thing in wrestling history is that Paul Roma was a bad wrestler. He like put that out there today, and it's just so funny that you just mentioned Paul Roma.
I never thought he was a bad wrestler.
Oh, he was. I thought it was good.
It's my favorite Horseman.
I ain't mad at you for that, man. I know that's a bullshit take, but I ain't mad at you for that.
Right
Hey,
behind.
wait, don't knock Kyle.
He
for
was
his
being
take.
tongue in cheek with it, obviously.
I was being a silly goose.
Yeah.
I'm more of a pretty wonderful guy if we're being serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's a
the
good
Paula
verse.
signs in the crowd at Universal or the stage.
Mhm.
There was an episode of Saturday Night where like Ted Turner was in the crowd. I think Tony Schiavone just did a watch along with it. It was Triple H. Yeah, it was. It was Triple H's debut on WCW Saturday Night, and Turner and all the executives were in the crowd, and one of them had a Paula shirt on, and Paul Orndorff just gave him the business, like the Hurt Business, basically.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
I like that.
What do you call your pussy there, handjob?
It's Dwayne.
Oh.
He has diabetes.
It's a
We just found
masculine
out.
name. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We have
Masculine.
a Dwayne and a Rock.
Oh,
Get it.
you fucking suck. dude.
I want your soul,
Not
brother.
not acceptable.
No.
Not
that.
acceptable.
It's good, right?
So
Dwayne Johnson.
we still have a top 5 to get to today.
Sure
We
do.
still have some homework to get through today.
Oh Jesus, are you putting this on me now because I'm here?
I'm putting it on you now because you're here. I mean,
Jesus,
hand job. I think you're here, right? You got to come back for the top 5 in the homework.
I'm here. I'm queer, and
I'm used to it.
yeah. So
and we love
all I
Tessa
gotta say about
Blanchard.
And Jeff Hardy.
I am the
No.
cat comer.
Gotcha.
It's almost like he was here. I'm kind of
Yeah.
glad he's not.
I missed him.
I got New Japan notes, I think.
yeah.
No one does.
Thoughts on
Clark
Yano?
Connors coming to A-Dub after Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
Great. Them and Tom Ishii could all fucking belly flop each other. Jim Cornette called Tom Ishii the human potato, and it fucking just fits so well.
He's a solid potato.
He fucking really is, and he can't walk for shit either. Who has a harder time walking, Okada or Ishii?
Bitch.
Okada could walk fine, no?
Nah, Okada's kind of beat up, dude.
I mean,
He really
a lot better
is.
than Ishii.
All right. I mean, he's also slightly younger than Ishii as well.
Ishii's legs are also 1 foot long, so he's just not built for walking.
There's nothing wrong with short legs.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus
Nothing
Christ,
wrong.
HK made a lifetime
Right.
out of it.
Well, when you got short everything, it's fine. But
He's taller than 2/3 of the bridesmaids in his wedding party.
Nice.
without shoes,
Oh, he never wears shoes. Fuck that.
yeah, speedball ass.
Jesus Christ. You fucking climb coconut trees with those talons?
I do. I do.
No wonder he goes to Mexico all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
There you
He's
go.
an island boy.
I'm an island
Hey,
boy.
boy. All right, KJG, since we're in the house, we'll take a break. Give me the old 1, 2, 3, brother.
Back after this.
We would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in every week to listen to The Shining Wizards. Here are some other ways in which you can support the show. If you shop on Amazon, visit amazon.shiningwizards.com and shop the way you always do. You'll pay the same low prices, and a portion of your purchase will help support the show. If you'd like to buy a Shining Wizards t-shirt, visit merch.shiningwizards.com to visit our pro wrestling tee store and select from over a dozen great designs. You can also become a Patreon supporter at patreon.shiningwizards.com, where we offer bonus content, producer credits, special legend shows where you participate in the show, and so much more. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts and watch the show live on social media. Don't forget to like, rate, review, and subscribe. Your continued support helps us to keep bringing you the best in professional wrestling podcasting.
It's time for your weekly lineup of shows on the Shining Wizards Network. On Mondays, it's the latest from Gorilla Brain, featuring the Year of Duke and Rogue, covering a year's worth of classic wrestling, and the Tots Pod, introducing the world to wrestling action figure collecting. Also on Mondays, it's 30 Screams or Less, a weekly review of horror movies in 30 minutes or less. On Tuesdays, it's the Shining Wizards, covering everything in the world of pro wrestling. On Wednesdays, it's the Mark Order Podcast, keeping you up to date on everything AEW. On Fridays, it's Horns Up, as Radioactive Metal brings you everything in the world of heavy metal music. On Saturdays, it's the ROH Revelry, covering everything in the history of Ring of Honor. And on Sundays, it's the Inconclusive Breakdown, featuring weekly top 10 drafts and keeping you up to date on everything happening in the world. The Shining Wizards Network is also the home to other great shows, like the Brocast, your watch-along podcast from Down Under, featuring some of the greatest matches and movies in history. Turnbuckle throwbacks, paying homage to the greatest shows in the history of pro wrestling. Wrestling Night in Canada, a focus on wrestling with a north-of-the-border spin. And Going Underground, a show that takes you back through the history of Lucha Underground. Enjoy all of the amazing shows on the Shining Wizards Network, available wherever you listen to podcasts and at shiningwizardsnetwork.com. It's the Shining Wizards Network, entertainment here.
Who hit the button?
I didn't hit the button.
I like that. I like how it faded in there, though. That was kind of nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
Double
What,
T
the
could
music?
never.
No,
Yeah.
he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
No.
Fucking knows. So where do you guys want to? You want to go a little homework? You want to go a little top 5?
I'm in the mood for a game. I had a bit of a
about the
summer
top
evening, had myself some dinner. I'm in the mood for some yucks. I'm in the mood for some games. KJG, do it up, brother.
Just give me 1 second because I left the list on the
He
dryer.
left the list
What the?
on the dryer.
On the
Did you
dryer.
find yourself a spin cycle? So here's the top 5. Whacking his bag to fucking the laundry. The socks in the drawers all spinning around.
Do you whack the bag?
He
Is that how you do
fucking
it?
puts his nuts up against the dryer. It's nice and warm. And he's like, oh, top 5.
Sorry, Warren.
Whack the bag.
Boys, we got ourselves a little top 5 action going on here.
Whacking the meat bag, baby.
So this was on the fly, right? So this is more of like a conversation starter than necessarily a factual like list that I truly believe in, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Sure.
So the top 5 list today is the top 5 most worthless members of a faction of all time.
I thought you were going to say Guerreros.
There's only one
Tie-in.
worthless Guerrero.
There's a tie-in. But I will say this, just to preface this before you guys go. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm not prefacing with anything. That's the list. We'll go.
Worthless members of factions.
Give me Vincent.
Nah, I love Vincent. He's not on the list. Didn't even think about him.
List.
Bam Neely.
Bro!
Yeah.
Ring the bell!
Let's go.
Bro!
I knew that was going to come into.
Who the fuck is
was it
Bam
the
Neely?
Guerrero comment that led me
Yeah, it
believe
was.
it was that, like I said, you're it's
La
tied in.
Familia.
Bam Neely, La Familia,
What
the
is La
most-
Familia?
I don't remember this at all.
Edge, Myers, Hawkins, Ryder,
Oh, hey.
Cabo, Vicky, Bam.
Bam was more of an ECW fixture, I feel like.
If you would have told me Bam Margera, I would have believed you more than fucking Bam Neely.
This was the weird phase where like they had to name everyone after an athlete, like Kenny Dykstra and fucking Bam Neely. And so yes, Bam Neely is number
Wait.
3.
Yes.
You're thinking Bam Neely is a play on Cam Neely?
Yes, it 100% was.
Interesting. I had never put that together.
So that's number 3.
Boy, how about a give me a little Brooklyn Brawler?
Was he really part of the Heenan family?
Yes, he
Sure was.
I didn't think of him.
Well, I
But
mean,
I'm not
Terry
saying-
Taylor was too. for a
Yeah,
bit.
but he might be the worst one. If you're gonna pick a Heenan family guy, he might be the one. But all right, Brooklyn Brawler, no, but it's a good answer.
How about the $1 Million Corporation? Give me Nikolai Volkov.
It's a fucking great pull, Tony.
That's my favorite version of him.
I've been pulling
Just
my
saying the
meat
shirt.
bag all day, bro.
No, he didn't make the list.
Fuck.
Well, here's one that can cover a bunch of different factions. How about Sean Waltman?
No way.
No, that's horrible.
He's in a bunch of factions. He's like the bottom of the totem pole of all of them.
No. he
NWO, Degeneration X. Who's below X Pac and DX?
China.
Yeah, probably China.
wasn't. Probably Road
Jesus.
Dogg too.
The New Outlaws were big.
Ah, because Road Dogg did the "It's me, it's the D-O-double-G."
X-Pac had a WrestleMania match with Shane McMahon.
Well, egg on my face, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of WrestleMania and McMahon's, how about a Pete Gas?
That's a great pull. Nope.
How dare
Didn't
you.
think
No,
about
it's
the Music
not.
Pop.
That's
Not a
not
great
really-
pool. He's the
Yes.
leader of the posse.
No, what about the guy that wrestled with Matt Hardy in North Carolina that they brought in, who was Joey Abs?
Joey Abs. Yep.
Pete Gas had more
Rodney.
value than Joey Abs.
Uh,
All right, I'm gonna give you a hint.
worthless-
'Cause this-
No, don't give us
Not
hints.
yet,
No,
not
not yet.
Midian.
Ooh,
Ministry?
that's a great one. So again, this is more of a conversation starter than it is an actual list because that's a great one.
How about Ivory?
Right to censor.
Yep.
She had a Mania match with China. She put China over. Can't say Ivory. Didn't even think about her. Good guess.
How about Meat? Wasn't he in Pretty Mean Sisters?
Oh,
He was a pretty mean sister.
He was crucial to that faction, though.
Huge.
To be honest.
Fucking Meat.
How about speaking of meat, Joy Giovanni?
Oh, the cabinet?
Yeah,
we're
pal.
going deep pulls?
Yeah, I mean, if we're going Bam Neely, might as well throw a
I
cabinet
thought
out there.
that. I didn't think. First of all, the fact that you got that out of all of these is massive.
I think I would have said Orlando Jordan before anybody else, though.
I would have said Damager
How about Loch Ness?
in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Short-lived.
the leprechaun. What was his name? Was he just a
It
leprechaun?
was the
Ring the
leprechaun.
bell! Ring the bell!
Yes.
Oh, motherfucker. I was between those two.
The
Oh, yeah?
leprechaun of the Dungeon of Doom is number 5.
Leprechaun.
That's not nice. He was named Taskmaster.
That was the hint I
Hornet.
was gonna give. I was like, Kevin, come on, you should be getting this. Like, this is-
Leprechaun. It was between the two. I went Loch Ness.
Loch Ness actually like seemed like a threat for a second. Didn't he have a match with the Giant? Didn't the Giant beat him?
At Uncensored, yeah.
Oh, God. There's got to be somebody from the Misfits in action in there, no?
There has to.
Nah, they were all worthless.
Good point.
I was going to say, because Lieutenant Loco was in there.
I do love Lieutenant Loco. Chavo is worthless though, right?
Anybody worthless from the LWO?
Oh wait. Oh, they're again all Damien El Dandy. How dare you besmirch the name?
Who are you to doubt El Dandy?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Carlito? Judgment Day?
Ooh.
Nah, she's not there yet.
Jeff Hardy from the Hardys.
Yep. Team Extreme, right?
I mean, I would put Lita and fucking Doot above Jeff Hardy at this point.
Yep.
All right, so I will give a hint.
Oh, no.
Two of them, well, one of them is both stables are still in existence.
Oh, God.
How about that? There's your hint. For
Oh,
two of the
Pac. Pac,
No.
because he doesn't wear a white t-shirt.
No, it's not Pop.
Oh man, there's so many in AEW.
Anybody with Shoosh Boy? Anybody with the Wyatt Six?
Nope.
Somebody with
Tozawa?
Shoosh Boy. Who's with Shoosh Boy? Shoosh Boy. Tozawa.
Tozawa.
No.
Fuck.
He's funny. And he's a
Well,
real-
you're not. It's not Otis.
No, it's not Otis.
It's
No.
the woman.
Hold your fucking tongue.
The woman? Who's the woman? Who's with him?
Maxine.
Maxine.
Maxine Dupree?
She can
LA
do no
Knight's sister?
wrong. I know we got to get the homework. Tony, you were on to something.
He tells me 5 fucking guesses later.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't going to do it right after it.
It's not Chad Gable. It's got to be one of the Wyatt Six. It's got to be. Who's worthless in the Wyatt Six?
There's nobody
I don't
worth. Everybody's got a point. Everybody's got.
No, but somebody's worthless.
You
The
might,
kid-
if you want to make the argument.
The kid that was on NXT, Gacy. Gacy's worthless.
I don't think he's worthless.
How about what's her name? Nikki Cross. She don't do shit.
I think I got cut out there for a second. Did anyone make any guesses?
Yes, Nikki Cross and John Gacy, Wayne Gacy, whatever his name was.
No. I mean, like I said, if you want to argue that the whole stable is worthless. you can
All
make
right,
that
the whole stable, the Wyatt Six. Tony, ring the bell.
Tony, you were on to something, man. You had it in the palm of your hand and you let it go.
Chad Gable. He's worthless.
How dare you?
Are you going like Ivy Nile?
No.
Well, this is now just bothersome.
Bam Neely again?
Bam Neely a second time. That's a good poll.
His other faction?
Which one was that?
I think we lost KJG.
The Bam Neely boys.
The Neelys. Yeah, forgot about the Neelys.
Yeah.
They were like the Beagle Boys.
The Mighty Don't Neelys. Matt will like that.
He is frozen in time, isn't he?
Glacier? Is that a hint? What's an ice-based faction?
Oh, he's back?
He's moving again.
Is he moving again?
Oh, it's moving.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got it right, bro. We're done.
We got them all.
Listen, I didn't have to do this.
No.
No, you were frozen for like 3 fucking minutes. You didn't realize?
No, I did. That's why I stopped talking.
So it wasn't Ivy Nile?
Wasn't Ivy Nile.
Nikki Cross.
Not Nikki Cross.
No Wayne Gacy or John Gacy, whatever his name is, Joe Gacy.
And Matt's chiming in. No, Matt. If it wasn't for Jeff Jarrett, the Bullet Club would not have. Jeff Jarrett's the man.
Braun Strowman?
Ooh, that's a great pull.
But no.
But no.
Well, suck me sideways.
It's not like Chase U, is it?
No, it's not. Come on, we're not talking about that.
Michael Tarver?
No, I loved Michael Tarver.
What?
Husky Harris.
He's got a whole faction now.
Yeah.
You know what, Tony? You can name like any of that new Nexus, like Michael McGillicuddy, Husky Harris. That was bad.
We got Wade Barrett out of that.
Wade Barrett was fantastic.
Yeah.
Should have been world champ. Tony, you mentioned the stable that's currently in existence. And you mentioned somebody in that stable, but it was the wrong.
Pac. Oh, what's her name?
Marina
the broad.
Shafir.
Marina Shafir.
Oh, God.
Wheeler Yuta?
Yeah!
Hey!
Getting them all.
Superhuman.
Number 5, Wheeler Yuta, Death Riders, whatever stable he's ever in. He's always.
If he came out and did that, I would start watching AEW.
If Wheeler Yuta became
If Wheeler
superhuman.
Yuta just came out one night and he's climbing up to the top and he takes off his white t-shirt and he goes, fuck this shit, and he fucking drops a big elbow on him and then sells it for 20 minutes, I would watch AEW.
All right, so you guys got 5, 4, and 3.
Jesus.
Gee, can you give us a time period on 2?
One of them still one. All right, so this is going to be an easy hint. One of the stables still exists, but the member is not currently there. And this kills me to say this guy too, because he had a great career before he got here.
Is it Red fuckers from Red Dragon? Is that a thing?
Oh, Kyle O'Reilly? No.
Oh, Bobby Fish?
Neither one. No. Former guest of the show.
The Hurt Locker? One of those guys?
Great film.
As I like to call him, Tessa's Bunch.
The Squirt Locker?
Come on,
That's
boys.
The Sonya Deville faction should.
Stable still exists. Little less number of members now, but still exists, and one of them just happens to be not there at the moment.
Oh, it's the fucking Pure Fusion Collective.
No. You put that with the Wyatt 6.
The Squirt Locker. You already said that.
I kind of like that.
It's not bad.
Come on.
What fucking company is it?
WWE.
The faction is still there and one of them's not.
Is it LWO?
The faction has been dwindled, but they are still in existence.
Is it Raquel Rodriguez and the fucking Judgment Day?
She's still there.
No, she's still
Is she? All right, I don't know. Maybe she got sick again.
fighting for the tag.
Oh, it's not the fucking, what's the one that Dakota Kai's in with all the Asian girls?
Damage Control?
Yeah, has anybody had a Damage Control?
Maybe it is Dakota Kai.
I mean,
Dakota, no.
It's a moot point. Dakota Kai is great, by the way.
Oh, she's awesome.
I mean, they really feel.
No, she's awesome. She can get it.
That's not what these lists are about.
We gotta check the chat, see if nope, nothing's coming in from the chat. Nobody's got guesses for you there, KJG. It's a WWE faction. How many WWE factions are there right now? We can figure this out.
About
Luther
2,000.
Reigns.
What?
Luther Reigns, the Kurt Angle's faction. What was that called? I don't think it had a name.
They're still
That
around.
that was just like
Yeah.
the new Team Angle. They didn't call it anything. It was just
Is it Mark
they
Jindrak?
they very rarely referenced it as the new Team Angle.
I don't have
No,
it.
Matt says that the Killer Cross group, no, because Killer Cross is there by himself now. Everyone else is fired. So they are not in existence. Except for Scarlet.
Blanking on factions.
Come on, all right. And now I'm gonna give you a hint that you're gonna get. It's been the most popular storyline in the past 4 years in wrestling.
Oh, the Bloodline. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I broke his leg, Tongaloa.
There we go.
Oh.
Ring the bell.
Hey, got it.
It's been
one.
around so long, I forgot him.
Job City Boulevard. is,
Buck's asking about Slater's kids. Are they useless?
he's
Not
got
to
kids.
him.
All right. So I don't expect Tony or Kevin to get the other one, the number one answer, but I expect HJ to, because he got fucking Bam Neely.
Ooh. Is it like that era?
I would classify it as that era. Could be wrong by a couple years, but I would classify it as that era.
Interesting.
I would say this:
Interesting.
Raw faction.
Raw faction. Uncooked. Let's see.
Ric Flair.
Great pull. I thought about Ric Flair
Ooh.
in Evolution, but also who said that? Was that you, Tony?
That was me.
All right, so let's go through that linear logic.
It's, one of those cheerleaders.
Oh,
Dolph
the
Ziggler
Spirit
in
Squad?
the
Oh, no.
Spirit Squad? Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's
Nikki! Him?
Mike Mondo's in NWA now, by the way.
dude. He got so jacked so fast.
Fucking insane.
Yo, Paul Burchill's there too. I didn't know that either. How long has he been
Yes. A little bit already, yeah.
there? All right,
And
come on.
Knox and what's his name? Murdoch are running fucking wild over the tag division. They've actually got some
boys.
pretty decent teams there.
Yeah, I might give NWA another shot actually.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far.
Sylvain Grenier.
Ah, no,
Ooh.
but I like
Matt-
that though.
Renee
Matt
Dupree?
Striker.
Oh, the ECW originals.
Yeah.
New Blood. Was that they were called the
Yeah,
New Blood?
New
No, what
Blood.
were they called?
No,
New breed.
that
New
was it.
Breed. Yeah.
Just look at me. Such an
That was-
underrated fucking theme song.
What a waste of Rob Conway,
Former NWA champion.
Roberto Conway. Come on, boys. Tony, you said Evolution. Think about linear logic from Evolution.
Oh, is it Legacy?
Oh my
Ted,
gosh.
Ted Jr.?
Not Ted Jr. No.
Cody.
Oh,
Oh, Manu.
Yes.
Ring the bell.
Fuck
this is
yeah,
Samu.
dude. Off of Junior, that he fucking murdered that kid in fucking Karlstadt.
Alpha Anwai Jr., otherwise known in the
Sensational.
WWE universe as Manu.
Now, if you would have said Sim Snook, I would have been on board too.
Oh, no, well, Sim Snuka, I didn't put it. Listen, I had them both at 1A and 1B, but Sim Snuka never got into Evolution. He was like still in like the trial period.
Yeah.
So like, or and into Legacy, he was in the
Right.
trial period, and I think he lost to like Cody Rhodes or something. Something happened there, and it was weird. And then when Ted DiBiase came back to turn babyface, he brought Sim and Manu with him, and then DiBiase flipped the script again.
Well, what had happened too was didn't Michael Cole said like he was told do not call him Snuka's kid. Whatever you do when he gets in the ring,
Yeah.
do not refer to him as Snuka's kid. And when he got in the ring, the first thing Cole did was say the son of Jimmy Snuka, and fucking Vince lost his mind.
And then he hurt Undertaker catching that dive at WrestleMania with Shawn. He was like the cameraman.
Oopsie doops. Yeah,
Deuce and Domino was cool, though.
man, not bad. Not bad. I think it's a lot of omissions though.
Cherry,
Oh,
Cherry,
100% omissions.
Yeah.
Cherry had that roller girl kind of vibe to her as well.
Oh yes, she did.
Fuck
So-
yeah, dude.
So HK, like I didn't want to include like the NWO because you can make a case that there's like 4 different people that could be like
Yeah.
War.
like Wall Street, like Bubba, like you can make the NWO Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Right.
Big T in the NWO or was that just a Harlem Heat
Oh,
thing?
Big T was Harlem Heat, baby.
Yeah,
Harlem Heat
big
2000.
fat ass T.
No, because Stevie Ray was the king of the B Squad, wasn't he?
When they
Oh
the
no, he
NWO
fought Vincent for the head of the B Squad, didn't he?
Yeah, when they brought back the red and black and they made that like the elite, they still kept the NWO black and white for whatever reason.
Merchandising, my boy.
Yep.
You might make the case that Ahmed Johnson could be the most ruthless, stable member for the Nation of Domination.
That's actually not bad. Oh yeah, it's always going to be Crush, no matter what. Thank
So
you.
you could say D'Lo too, but D'Lo ended up being great.
D'Lo's like second behind The Rock, probably.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
out of a 4-person group.
There's Savio,
Mr.
there's DJ Wolfie D, Johnny
Jason
Ice
Ice.
or whatever the guy. Yeah.
He's
I'm
selling
watching a lot of Nation recently.
He's selling used cars now, Wolfie D.
Yo, look what a great name, Juice Springsteen.
Oh yeah,
Stevie Ray
Juice.
was.
He was a
He was
guest.
Oh yeah.
You should meet my buddy Tropical sometime.
No way. I've heard bad things. Stevie Ray was on Team NWO for War Games. Right. When he made that heel turn, he actually was on. That was like the stupid 3-team War Games match where it was like 3 on 3. Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, so
horrible.
there's a list.
There's a list.
I like it.
Like you could almost do a list of like strictly WCW pre '98 too.
So here's a question that I would ask
Easy
you
to
guys too. Was there any like worthless member of oh my god, the Dangerous Alliance? Probably not, right?
Medusa.
All right. If we want to go valet route, yeah, I guess.
No, there's 2 reasons why they had to keep her around.
Not till
She had-
1998.
Well, I meant front and back.
Oh boy.
Well, she also had 4 reasons really, but who's counting?
Well, if you're gonna go that much, you got to go 5. Yeah.
She was serviceable, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. She could have serviced you.
Serviceable.
yeah, for sure. Deuce.
I don't know.
Hey, after a night when they took her home, did they call her to drop in the deuce?
Wait a second here. Fucking Brundo, you smash your keyboard right now. He says Larry Z and
God
he can
bless
eat
you,
a
Brundo.
shit. No, not God bless that. Eat a shit. Larry Z had a important role.
Thanks, Brundon.
Thanks, Brundon.
Yeah, because now you're gonna get fired up about this for 20 minutes.
Well, all right. I'll be good.
Back here
I
if
mean-
you need me.
I mean, Matt's not here. We could actually end the show at 9:00 tonight.
There you go.
There was no worthless member of the Dangerous Alliance. There was not. That's an easy one. That's an easy one.
Yeah. I'm with you.
If you were to say, it wouldn't be Larry Z either.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
Tropical, you can eat a shit.
Motherfucker. I mean, we got to say it. Mr.
We don't
Allen
have
J.
to say shit.
KJG, I got to introduce you one day. He's 100% correct on Larry Z. What a bum. A bum? Really?
I mean, if there's one person that you got to point to in the Dangerous Alliance, it's gotta
How
be-
dare you besmirch the name of Granite Man? How dare you?
All right, so let's run it around the room. If you had to pick a Dangerous Alliance member that was the most gun to your head, the most worthless one, who would you pick? You have to make this choice.
All right, I'm going to look at the list right now so I don't miss anybody.
That's what I'm doing as well.
Oh, come on. You can't name them off the top of your head?
I'm double checking because I wanted to say one that I think Tropical is gonna fucking hate.
Now, we're just talking WCW faction.
Dangerous
Right.
Alliance, yes, the Paul Heyman vehicle.
Well, I mean, because he had an AWA version, he had a CWA version, he had an
Just
ECW version.
WCW, just the main players.
I get rid of Michael PSAs.
He was in that?
They have him listed here as a manager.
as a manager. I mean, Bobby Eaton, I guess he's not worthless.
Nah, you know
But
what?
You had to pick one.
If you had to pick one, I think you have to go Bobby Eaton. So how about you?
No!
Tropical?
No, Bobby Eaton's up with double A, brother.
So then you go Rick Rude?
Gotta go Rick Rude.
I gotta go
100%.
Bisk. I think
I
it's
thought you were
Bisk.
gonna go
No
Rick Rude.
way. It's Eaton. 100%.
You gotta go Rick Rude. I'm in for Rick Rude. Rick Rude does not need to be there.
He doesn't need
He's
to
like-
be there, but
Because
No,
they
he
already
doesn't.
have their established star in the faction, which is Larry Z.
Yeah.
True.
Makes
Good
sense.
point.
The living legend, for Christ's sakes.
Right. That does make a lot of sense.
I mean, he's
Let me
not
ask you this.
smooching all these broads and bringing diseases into the Dangerous Alliance.
Not doing
Was-
that.
Besides, that's
Was the-
Deuce's job.
Was the Bisco and Arn tag champs? Wasn't it Arn and Eaton in the Dangerous Alliance? And weren't Zabisco and Arn at the Enforcers? Wasn't that separate from
Yes.
the Dangerous
it was.
Alliance? I think it was Arn and Eaton. Eaton?
Whoa, I'm gonna right back to Juice here. It says Larry and Arn were together. Bobby was solo, and probably in kayfabe terms, he was the least important.
I thought Bobby and Arn were tag champs in the Dangerous Alliance days, and I think the Enforcers were different.
No, so here you go. WCW World Tag Team Champions. Bobby Eaton and Arn Anderson one time, and Arn Anderson and Larry Zbyszko one time.
Was that still Dangerous Alliance days?
This is the Dangerous Alliance Wikipedia
okay.
page. So yeah, so
Arn Anderson loves Bobby Eaton.
I mean, the Wikipedia has the bloodline considered the dangerous, like it's an extension of the Dangerous Alliance. So if we want to go with that route, if anybody that's been associated with Paul Heyman, can go Heidenreich.
So my favorite member of the Dangerous Alliance was Tongaloa.
That's fair.
dude, it has listed WWE members: CM Punk,
That's what I'm saying.
Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn, Brock Lesnar. Like,
No, this is what pisses me off. Same thing with the Heenan family. We talked about with the fucking Brooklyn Brawler. Like people have Lex Luger and Ric Flair as members of the Heenan family. No, they weren't. They were just dudes that Bobby Heenan managed. Like, get over yourself.
that was another faction, the dudes that Bobby Heenan managed.
That's right. Big
Yeah, I don't
player.
think so. I'm not in. Dangerous Alliance. There's not an extension of the Dangerous Alliance. In my mind, Dangerous Alliance is always WCW. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, so if that's the case, and like, what did you read off like Brock Lesnar's name, and you said CM Punk, and you said did
No,
you
I
say
didn't
Ryback and Michael McGillicuddy?
No, it had the Usos though for some reason.
It's fucking weird.
Stupidity is what it is.
It is. So what do you guys want to? You want to talk a little homework, maybe?
Yeah, let's do some homework.
A little homework.
Look it up.
Let me find it so we can timestamp it for old Double T. He likes to have that stamp. Here we are. So I
You did.
picked the homework this week. This was my pick. I picked it off of. Thank you, Tony. I picked it off to SummerSlam 2005, and the reason is there was a couple different matches I thought about going with from SummerSlam 2005. I still think this is the best SummerSlam. And I'm not sure if it's close. I know it's definitely my favorite, but I think front to back and top to bottom, oh yeah, you can give me SummerSlam every day of the week and I'd be a pretty happy guy. I think it's got a little something for everybody there. And I went Hulkster and HBK. One of the things I loved about this feud was the build to it. I thought it was some of Shawn Michaels' most entertaining heel work. Provide a lot of comedy, a lot of fun. And, Hulkster, he wasn't bad either in the build. I think we can all agree that as far as the build, it was predominantly Shawn Michaels driven. But I thought the match was fantastic. I don't know. Hand job, you're the guest. What did you think of old Hulkster and HBK?
Well, when you bring this match up, my immediate thought is the cartoony cells from Shawn Michaels, which is pretty prevalent in the match, but not as prominent as I thought it would be. It was a lot of Shawn on top. It was a lot more serious than I remember it being. One of my main takeaways though is, Hogan, how beloved he was in this time period was just crazy, especially when you look at where he is today. But I don't know. I guess people were just happy to see him back. They didn't like him in '93 or whatever when he left, and then he came back, and the whole Rock and Hogan thing, obviously. And it was a very interesting atmosphere to hear Shawn Michaels booed and Hogan cheered over him. It's interesting.
They were a lot less split than I remembered. Than I remembered. There was still a split, but it was definitely closer to like an 80-20 as opposed to the like 50-50 that I remembered.
Right.
The intro, like I don't know. I still like when you hear Real American, I still get pumped. Like as soon as it comes on, I want to run around, leg drop just inanimate objects around my house. I get fucking hard
Ripping
on.
your shirt off.
Oh yeah, the whole thing, man. I still get pumped for that tune. And the intro with the giant fucking flag behind him, well played. Like the optics of that intro was fantastic, and the crowd was, like I said, it was at least 80% Hulkster cheering. We want Hulk before he comes out. Sean did a great job even on his intro. Like he came out, he did his whole bit, but he wasn't as animated. Like you could tell he was trying to get into the heel form.
I don't think he was that heelish in his intro because he goes down because this is like prayer Shawn Michaels, right? So he gets down, he prays, like so that's one thing that I noticed right away. And HK, I didn't mean to cut you off. You can go back on.
No, and I know that I think who's it? Bowers said that Lillian was getting all sopped up when HBK was coming down. I didn't pick up on that. I don't know if you fellas did.
So I hate Chap Shawn Michaels, by the way. Hate it. I hate Shawn Michaels wearing those fucking leather goofy gimmicks. Like Shawn Michaels died to me when that happened. One thing I also wasn't sure about before I watched this match was whether or not Hogan had transitioned from Voodoo Child to Real American. Like, 'cause I know at some point he did come back for Real American, but he used Voodoo Child even with the red and yellow on. So that was
not in WWF.
100%.
He did.
No way. No
When he
way.
was champion. When he was champion in 02, it was Voodoo Child.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, I seem to remember him coming out with like the flashing strobe lights and shit and the smoke.
Yeah, he was still doing the red and yellow boas, and he came out to Voodoo Child.
It's
and
dubbed over on Peacock, but
Okay.
Right. So that's why I was really excited to hear Real American.
Okay.
So like that kind of like popped me a little bit. But to me, this match is just I kind of disagree with I think it was HK or no, I'm sorry, Handjob that made the point. This match was all selling to me. Like all selling and then blood. And there's nothing wrong with that. For me. Like to me, this match was like the perfect marquee match. And the fact that it went on last, not as a title match in 2005, was pretty dope.
Yeah, and if you look what JBL and Batista did before it. Look what Ray and Eddie did before it. I mean, they did well. This whole card is fantastic. But to the match itself, I remember watching this live and with an old buddy of mine, Big Nick, who's a giant wrestling fan. And the first thing he said was, "This is 90s Michaels. This is the Michaels I want to see right now." And to his point, the selling was fantastic on his part. I mean, Hulkster's never been a giant sell machine by any stretch of the imagination.
But you know, Shawn Michaels like slapped him in the fucking head like twice. That's like the best like selling like Hogan can do. Like if someone slaps you in the fucking head and you're Hulk Hogan, like
Right.
and you're taking
Pretty
it, that's
brutal.
selling.
Yeah.
Isn't the story that Shawn was pissed that Hogan was going over? Isn't that why he was doing all the goofy selling?
See, it's funny you mentioned that. Like I watched this with every intention of calling this shit out. I don't know where that came from. I didn't think Shawn Michaels was overselling this at all.
It was a little bit in the beginning, but like I said, it wasn't like all throughout the match.
Well,
Like,
but that's the
people-
thing. Like, so Hogan's got the jump in the beginning. That's always like the 80s work. Like the babyface got the advantage, and the heel cuts him off, does something treacherous, and then he starts beating on him. So Shawn overselling at that point makes 100% sense. But I always remembered that people said like, "Oh, Shawn made him look stupid. He just oversold everything." I didn't think that was the case at all.
Well, the
Watching this
boot
in
at the end was a little suspect, though.
Yeah,
Like
but,
he runs around.
but overall for this entire match, like
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a disgustingly like terrible oversell at all.
I'm
I don't
with you,
think
Tony.
so.
And like even like in the beginning of the match, like Shawn Michaels takes a bump to the floor, and it's kind of like it's eccentric, right? I don't think it's over the top, but Hulk Hogan immediately like minimizes it by taking his bandana off and just throwing it at him.
Yeah.
Like that totally neutralizes the overselling because like Hogan's just like, all right, I got you, but now you're outside, and now I'm just gonna show my disgust with you. So I'm more like, I wonder if it's just because we're older now and we've watched this match a bunch, and all we see is the rhetoric on social media about the overselling that Shawn Michaels potentially did. But I'm with Tony. I don't think it was that egregious. I was selling for the sake of selling, and it was good. I don't think it was egregious and like hurtful.
Yeah, I mean, Go ahead, HK.
I actually think that they're doing one over on the internet fans to garner more engagement in the heat in the match itself, and I think it's probably one of the first times we'll see that. I don't think that there was real animosity towards these two going into this match. I don't think there was any animosity towards Sean, not going over. I don't think any of that. I think they played into it to get people to believe a little bit more. A lot like earlier in the card, it was Edge and Matt Hardy. They had made amends to that point, but they let them beat the fuck out of each other in that match. And it was
watch the whole show.
It's an amazing show. But that was also in one of those situations where those two guys they've made amends at that point, but they wanted to feed into it, and it garnered a lot more interest in the match itself. I think that this match, same way, we're overselling all that kind of shit. So people can go, oh, see, no, it really is that. It really is. It gets more interesting that way. You know what I mean? And I think it's one of the first times that they're really kind of leaning into that shit.
So my biggest problem with the match was, so this is one of those turns that Shawn Michaels did, right? They have a tag team match. He super kicks him. He wants to face Hogan, because he's one of the guys that he's never beat. And they do a good job of saying that when they do the whole handshake bullshit. But I hated the handshake bullshit. But I understand why they did it, because they immediately had to turn Shawn Michaels back to a good guy. So that part bothered me a little bit, but not enough to take away from the enjoyment of the match. And Handjob, I want to get your opinion on that and this. This is the era, 2005, where we're seeing Hulk Hogan bleed way too much for the sake of bleeding, because maybe he can't do much anymore.
Yeah.
But this is like the Hogan era that like, all right. And we see it in TNA later. We see it when I don't need to see Hulk Hogan gushing.
Yeah, I do. I mean, blood at this point was a little more rare, and it wasn't like rare, but
Right.
I think it fit in this show, even though there was some blood on the rest of the show. But I think it added to the intensity of it. Like, this match was a lot more intense than I remember. Shawn Michaels doing everything he could to make him bleed, running him into the post and the mounted punches. It was very uncharacteristic of Shawn Michaels. I mean, him being a heel. I mean, this is the 1 month he was a heel during the entire run. So it was interesting seeing that side of him, and I thought it played off well for his heel character.
I really enjoyed the match, kind of start to finish. I thought there was going to be a lot more for me to kind of pick apart. There really wasn't. One of the things that I did think of while I'm watching this match is a lot of the best matches, the matches I enjoy watching the most, are when each guy is trying to make the other talent look better. When you're selling for the other guy is always it's always going to make me enjoy the match that much more. And I think, Hogan sells as much as you're going to get from him, I guess, to a certain extent. And HBK is one of the all-time sell artists. So from that standpoint, loved it. One thing that I do got to mention, my wife looked up and saw the match, and she goes, "What is happening? He's got red hair. He's not supposed to have red hair." And then she goes, "Gross." And then she looks over, she goes, "Oh, sorry, I already took my gummy." I went back to reading. But just for that moment, for her to look up and go, "Whoa!" She grabbed onto it for at least a little bit. And then she stayed with it for a little bit and then went back to reading. But it was interesting enough for her, even as as casual of a fan as it gets. She pretty much will only watch wrestling when she goes see it live. But it was enough for her to look up and stop and watch for a little bit.
I will say this, and the crowd was as electric as you could have ever imagined for a main event match. They never stopped. Oh no! Did someone put something in the chat?
Yeah, I gotta throw this in here. Tropical says, "Wait, Hogan gushing? We're talking 2005 WWE or hidden camera footage with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife?"
Everyone deserves a second chance, my friend.
That's right. What the fuck was I talking about?
Gushing.
No, I wasn't. That was that was a stranger, Al, whoever he is. I don't even know.
Never heard of him.
Oh, the crowd. The crowd was fantastic throughout the entire match. They never sat down, it seemed like, for me. And it was also funny seeing people in the crowd in 2005 with still disposable cameras, taking pictures and shit. So that that came out to me and stood out a lot. Oh, there was something else.
That's one thing we don't get anymore. Watch Hogan body slam Andre at WrestleMania 3. The thousands upon thousands of flashbulbs going off. You just don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have like the moments with like the phones out and it looks cool for like a second, but like the spontaneity of like who's taking a picture where and when they're coming from and this different parts of the crowd, that's something that is 100% truly lost. Not just in wrestling, just like in the world. Like it's different. What the fuck was I going to say? I had another point, but then gushing came out.
Hogan with the table spot, body slamming Shawn Michaels on top of the table. Shawn Michaels at one point shoving Hogan in the back and Hogan just standing there because Shawn really didn't put enough oomph into it to send him into the post. Just silly little things. I mean, this is 2005 Hogan. Like, you know, we're already 10 years removed from the 95 Dungeon of Doom just before NWO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're on the 18th hole here.
Yeah, this is like another year from now he winds up in TNA and like he barely wrestles on that TNA run. Then he has his major surgery. So like this is like Twilight Hulk Hogan at this point, really.
Yeah, and
Until we get
Michaels too.
And still getting the job done.
Yeah, until we get Mr. America.
Well, like the significance of this, like I watched this when I was 12 years old, and for the first time.
Jeez.
So
12? Really?
I was 12 when this match happened. At the time, I knew who Hogan was, but
I was 12 for WrestleMania 2.
Congrats. Go King Kong Bundy, right? Knows that one?
Yeah. Mr. T.
But like
Clara Peller, the Where's the Beef lady. Remember that? Remember Where's the Beef, Kyle?
I don't.
Is
I don't know what you're talking
2
about.
Ozzy or Alice Cooper? Which one?
2 was Ozzy. 3 was Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
But like in rewatching now, all this old wrestling and like I'm the timeline I'm in, 97, where
All this
both
old
guys,
2005.
all this ancient relics, you got to dust off the hieroglyphics to even like comprehend it. But to see them where they were back then at the respective tops of their companies, but like completely different wrestlers, it was interesting to see like the styles clash between the two because you couldn't get any more opposite wrestlers, really. Well, I guess you could, but like still, like high flying Shawn Michaels, the most flamboyant, like that guy, and then just Hogan doing the Hogan
The boyhood dream.
But yeah, so it was interesting to see like what kind of match it would be, and it was more of a Hogan match than a Shawn match, I would say. But I think they did a good job at kind of making their own thing.
For sure. And Shawn Michaels did every like dirty trick in the book to stay with the advantage, which is what he had to do.
I think the one thing that I could have gone without is 2 ref bumps.
That's the point I was gonna ask.
Didn't need a single ref bump in this match.
Glad you bring that up. That first one, it didn't really, because like the ref took a bump, but nothing happened, and then another ref just came out. So it was really like for no reason. I'm wondering, like, was that on purpose, or did that just happen to be how it felt? Because wasn't that like the forearm boot collision, and then everybody just kind of fell on each other?
Flying forearm.
Yeah,
and then he rolls to the outside. Yep.
I'm gonna say
I
that.
thought, I would think so too, but it's just weird that nothing came of it. I don't know.
That's very possible that they just got lost in their spot.
I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Hogan and Shawn getting lost.
right. That I thought that after I saw it, I was like, wait a second, Hogan and Shawn going to get lost in their spot? But it did take a while for the next referee to run down. And then once the next referee was down, they did that second ref bump spot, which after the first one, you thought something was going to go down, and then they bring the second referee down. So it was a little peculiar, even if that was the way they were mapping that out. It's just kind of, that part felt strange. If I was going to eliminate one thing from the match, it would be multiple ref bumps.
Yeah. And it's funny that they called it out too. Like they were saying, like, are there even any referees left at this point, Coach? Coach went out of his way to say that. So
that's another thing I could do away with. 3-man booth with Coach.
No, I didn't think Coach did it. I don't think he did a bad job. I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
The 3-man booth with Coach.
No,
I don't like 3-man booth.
I was okay with it. You didn't like Tony, Bobby, and Mike Tenay?
Tony's non-existent.
You didn't like Bischoff and Larry and Heenan? No.
But look at the parts that you're putting there, Tony. Look at the parts.
There's nothing wrong with Jonathan.
Bobby.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with Jonathan Coachman. I thought it was fine.
I generally don't dislike him. I just didn't like this 3-man booth.
Okay. I guess we'll agree to disagree.
It was a little unnecessary. I'll tell you that. But I can't say that it was like something that bothered me during the match.
That's how I feel about AEW. Unnecessary.
Whole existence.
It's funny though, you know how like in the later years we've been kind of critical about JR and his commentary style. Like you kind of get a glimpse of that here watching this match, saying like kind of going a little inside baseball, like saying like we like Hogan like did it one last match. Well, we hope it's not his last match. And then like Shawn Michaels, well, we know it's not going to be his last match. JR was like a little insidey for me. Like and that's where obviously we know JR always likes to keep the realism in what he's calling, but you get the hint of JR becoming what we kind of criticize him for now in the latter years, even though I think he's done a better job of it. But I just noticed that too.
Nobody's more inside than Tony Schiavone, and it's annoying as hell.
Why wasn't Excalibur in fucking Australia? Do we know that?
He's a criminal, isn't he?
Excalibur? Sockface?
Well, it was a Collision show, right? And I don't think he's usually on the Collision shows.
Oh, okay.
So around the horn, home, yeah, little thumb up, little thumb down, little thumb.
Oh, thumbs up.
Simultaneous, not opposites.
Sure,
like,
yeah. You know what? Double thumbs
up. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, this match was good, and like I said, the crowd energy totally magnified how good the match was. Like in the ring, and for a Hogan match in 2005, I don't care if he's in there with Shawn Michaels or Kurt Angle or whoever. Like it was dope. So I'm gonna go back and watch the whole show now. So
it's a great. I highly recommend going back and watching that entire show.
I don't know if I put this in the main event slot though. You think they made the right call doing that?
So what were I know we touched on it briefly. What were the title matches? Were there two brands at this point, or was it just a universal?
Yeah, there was two brands. You had JBL and Batista.
Is Kurt Angle and Benoit? Or
I think it's Jericho and Benoit.
It's Jericho and
not Jericho and Angle.
No, it's Jericho and Cena. No, is it Kurt and Cena? It's Cena.
Is that's not the triple threat where it's Cena, Shawn Michaels,
we only have
Jericho and Christian?
Cena and Jericho. Okay.
Okay.
You got Randy and Undertaker. You got Kurt versus Eugene. You got the Ray and Eddie match. Edge, Matt Hardy, Benoit, Orlando Jordan.
Spoiler alert. A hand job. Who goes over in that Kurt Angle Eugene match?
It was a rousing 4 minutes, 34 seconds, and Kurt Angle wins.
Okay.
By the way, Christy Hemi's out there with Eugene, in case that factors in.
It does factor.
Yeah, it
does. Christy Hemi.
You know what? Then I guess you do have to put that in the main event spot, right?
Yeah, I don't think anything. Nothing, especially at the time. This is such a dream match. The fans are rabid for Hogan. This had to be the main event.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to. I think you can put it in the middle of the card, a lot like they did Rock Hogan. And I think
that killed, that neutered the main event though.
Yeah, well, the main event was also Triple H and Jericho, wasn't it?
Yeah. But the way that Batista and JBL worked their match together and the finish of that match could have easily closed the show.
Yeah.
For some reason, like Hogan, Shawn Michaels, definitely not on that Hogan Rock level. So I hope that didn't weigh into the decision.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, even Ray and Eddie could have. That was a super hot feud, so that could have even main evented if they wanted to.
I don't know. I don't know. My mindset is always world championship match goes on last.
Yeah, I hear you.
And Batista and JBL did such a great job with that match. I think it would have been fair to put them on main event.
And Tony, we're also 3 years removed from that Hogan Rock main event at WrestleMania. So Hogan, Shawn Michaels at that point after 3 years probably seems just as big to me.
No, you're probably right. It was 3 years removed. Oh God. I don't know why I had a sneeze all of a sudden. Now my nose is running.
You dying?
I'm crying.
We better go catch it.
Wait, you got the double T disease?
What, jobberitis?
So HK, you're steering the ship tonight, and I don't know if it was my turn, but we had talked about this before the show.
So
about homework.
I think in the order, it's actually Tony. Would it be Tony was up next, or is it double T? Is it KJG? Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
all right. So it worked out great. So
Yep.
I do have
Perfect.
homework for next
I
week.
like it. I like it.
And HK, your show is from 2005.
Yeah.
Your pick was from 2005. My pick is from 2006.
Oh no.
WWE
Oh
Armageddon 2006
no.
4-way ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Oh no. I know this one.
You know this one because it's a very famous moment in it, but we won't spoil it. It is the champions Paul London and Brian Kendrick
All right, I don't know.
defending against Eminem,
No.
the Hardy Boys,
No.
and William Regal and Dave Taylor from Armageddon
Classic.
2006. I'm a huge Paul London and Brian Kendrick mark, and it's very possible I did a watch along to this 10 years ago, but I'm assigning it as homework for next week. So there it is.
That's a hidden gem of a show, by the way. Top to bottom, that's a really fun show.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
not top to
were.
bottom, but
What were you 13 then?
yeah, I guess right. That's how the math would. That's how the math. You had the Inferno match, MVP Kane.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
God,
gonna
imagine
be-
having like Peacock and WWE Network when we were like kids and being like having no money, and like how like awesome that would have been.
Would have been amazing.
Like,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, so
Man.
watch it on the Peacock.
Just gonna let you guys know. Next time it gets around to me, I'm going in a fucking gravy match or a Jello match or a pillow fight. It's gonna happen. All right, it has to happen.
I'm gonna pick a dog shit match for mine next week.
Nice.
I'm just gonna pick a real garbage match. A nice long one too, so everybody has to suffer.
What?
That's,
Were you upset with this pick?
No, not at all. I think we just need a little,
Little twist.
little tune in Tokyo action.
Yeah.
Twist them knobs.
You missed
I'm
the
gonna
whole.
twist your knob just past the breaking point.
You missed the whole Braun Strowman nip piercing part of the show.
Oh no, I heard. He definitely was in his prime with the nip piercing and the choo-choo train noises and all that stuff. Who didn't bro used to have the fucking Tweety Bird sounds too when he came out, like birds flew out of his ass or something?
Ricochet? He had
No.
Oh, Riddle
Riddle.
with his flips and he kicked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is the visual of the doves or whatever flying out? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna shit on that because Roman Reigns had the whole fucking deal too, with the whole,
His
you know what
whole.
I'm saying?
Did he? No. What did he have?
Roman Reigns had a visual.
Yeah, he had the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like it's like fucking Hanna-Barbera when fucking what's his name is running around the ring, right? It's like you can almost hear like when he's revving up the Twinkle Toes Flintstone sounds like the.
I think I got hit in the head.
I could forgive an entrance for that. He didn't have it during the match.
Oh no, he did.
When he kicked off his flip flops?
No, they made the train noise when fucking what's his name?
Oh, yes. We discussed that. Yeah.
Yeah, Pierce Nips Strong. Pierce Nips Strong.
Red Denim Braun.
Yeah, Red Denim Braun.
like
That's my guy. That's my guy.
That's my dude.
Man, is there anything else we want to get to tonight?
We want to talk a little New Japan before we go.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Yeah.
another hour because I have copious notes.
We got Woodya Slabamanabi took on Tony. Who was it that he took on?
Ryu Mizunami!
back here if you need me.
Wanna lick a pee-pee!
And they're from Seoul. They're hand jobs. So that works.
There we
out.
go. It
right.
all comes back around.
Wait, yeah, did you say Seoul, North Carolina?
Yeah, Seoul.
Seoul,
North
North Korea
Carolina.
or South Korea. God damn it.
We have a couple minutes left. Do you guys want to touch on
Mhm.
the whole Tony Khan Shane McMahon story that was making the rounds about how Shane McMahon wanted to like buy into AEW and Tony Khan wouldn't give him equity in the company?
You know
think
what?
that we're-
Go ahead.
As I say, I think the more interesting story is Ezekiel training for his comeback, but we can talk about Tony Khan and Shane McMahon.
Last reigning NXT or ECW champion.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Elias. I thought he was gonna have his brother. I thought his brother was coming back.
I thought you were talking about Titus O'Neil for a minute.
Oh,
I always
no.
confuse.
Yeah, Slater Gator.
This is typical Tony Khan, though. Like, he talks with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon says he wants to get into the company, he wants to have equity in the company, he wants to have creative in the company. And then Tony Khan just doesn't ever fucking call him back. Typical TK fashion. That's what he does when he can't deal with people face to face and say, nah, thanks, but no thanks. He'd rather just fucking ignore them completely. And that's why he's a bad businessman. He doesn't have the fucking meat sack to fucking tell people thanks, but no thanks. You're not gonna be a dick. It's business. Hey, sorry, not interested. Maybe we could do something down the road, but for that, I can't do it.
Yep.
Practice in front of the mirror, bro. before you put it flat down and put a couple of white lines on it,
It's over the
look into it. Yeah.
We've had a great meeting today. Everything is
Thanks,
great. We have some of the most exciting wrestling and wrestlers, and I really thank you for coming to the meeting today. Thank you. Oh yeah, but not right now.
TK's eyes. Talking about TK's eyes.
Are
Yeah,
dilated like Bertha's thighs.
Is it Hungry Eyes? TK's eyes?
I got you.
Yeah,
I was
fair
trying to build off it, but there
Oh,
wasn't
you were
much
good.
so.
You crushed it.
I tried and crushed
it.
it, but
I didn't give you a whole lot to lead up to. So
well, no, but I was just trying to fit things in there. You know, that's kind of my thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's it on TK then.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe a whole lot of nothing. HJ.
I mean,
I always take
funny
this
it is.
reports with a grain of salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably some
That's
truth
not-
there though.
That's not salt.
Huh?
It's cocaine.
Oh, see, that was my mistake.
Yeah.
It's grain. Will stretch you longer. Yeah.
No
So, Jeff Hardy, yay or nay?
Oh, we love
No.
him.
NXT champion. Let's get it. One more run.
Oh my God, this is the only belts they've never won. The NXT Tag Team. Oh my God, we're gonna get the fucking Hardys as NXT Tag Team champions.
They're doing it.
They're going to. They're going to.
Listen, on TNA this week, we have the Hardys and Obafemi teaming up against and your close personal friend Brian Myers and semi-close personal friend Eddie Edwards. How about that?
No.
No,
No.
not in there. No.
No.
No,
That's good.
listen, like KJG enjoys wrestling. That's what we're here for. We're here to enjoy wrestling.
Full Metal Mayhem, maybe? Right?
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
At,
Monsters Ball?
at UBS in New York, maybe?
Yeah.
No. I got to go on vacation now.
So, Kyle, what do you think about ring size?
Oh,
It's how you use it that matters. Oh, folks, come on.
Yeah. It's not
I
the
didn't
size of
notice
the ring;
it.
it's the size of the ding.
Have you seen any of Buck Rock and Roll Zoomhoff's rings? Have you been privy to that?
I did see the what was he was like in a bar or something. And it was
Oh,
just in a small box, which is what he likes to be in usually. So,
In his fucking Walmart branded wrinkles. Hey, Buck's in the chat.
say his name, he appears.
I believe in
Pedophilia.
no.
Whoa,
no.
no. We
Kyle,
don't.
no,
Not
no.
here. No, come
You
on.
went 2 hours, and then all of a sudden it went there.
Nah, you know, it's the salacious hour now. So
Oh, past 8. It gets
and
raw.
Wizards After Dark.
We haven't done that in a very long time. Kyle, this has been a pleasure, my friend.
Oh, always. I appreciate the invite. Always happy to sit in and be a whiz for the night.
Thank you for stepping up to the plate, taking one for the
Of course.
team. Thanks for bringing polls to the show.
Polls?
Holes,
Holes.
No, not Polish people, like, privates.
I got 6 of them, so use them how you wish.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
That's
As HK counts. Hey, use your toes if you get it past 5. Hey, did you leave? Was that the shitter? Did you leave that open? I meant to ask you earlier.
No,
It's opening behind you.
What is it with people on our show using like the bathroom as their backdrop?
it's over there. No, I go always closed,
Good man.
and locked.
God damn.
Just in case.
I'm sorry. I had a couple of white manas before I joined everybody, and the onions are
shout out to Brundo.
the onions are giving me a little Montezuma's revenge over here. They were
Montezuma's revenge. Next week I'll be in Mexico. Hey.
My name is Rico from.
He's gonna love that.
Hey, where's Matt? Should I cue up his old commercial? I make $1 every day. So who's joining us next week? Do we know who the guest is? I'm sure we do. I think Tommy Vendetta.
Next week.
Does that make sense? Oh yeah, we got Kate the Great coming back. Tommy Vendetta is joining us. Jimmy Jacobs March 10th. I think he's been on before. Handjob Kyle's coming back for St. Patrick's Day, don't you know?
Oi!
Vinny
Shout out
Masparo,
Leprechaun.
Joel Goodhart on March 24th, and Bay Ragney. You know who that is. March 31st.
Chubby Dudley.
Fuck yeah, dude. Good old Bay's coming back. Old Bay.
Old Bay.
Isn't that the fucking powder they put on crab cakes? Old Bay.
Spice
Old
stuff,
Bay
yeah.
seasoning. It's delicious.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're gonna eat up some fucking Chubby Dudley at the end of March.
Nom, 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 nom.
Fuck yeah. No. This fucking Chubby. Hey, that was a missed opportunity. He should have came out to Eat It by fucking Weird Al. That would have been awesome.
You still can. Still time.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the time has not passed.
Right.
Time is now.
Anybody got anything else before we fucking wrap this thing up?
Shout out.
Get well, Matt.
Get well,
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
Thinking of you, Brundo.
Yes, thinking of you, Brundo, and
Yep.
build that wall, right, Kyle?
Yeah. What? Don't throw that on me. That's not gonna be my thing. But I mean, the wall's there. We gotta take it down.
You just killed HK.
You better hurry, HK.
Oh, so I'm going to slide this story in real quick. When did we talk about-
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
wall building. We
Shout
were
out to
in
Chris Bay.
we were in Mexico. And we're leaving the airport on the way to where we stay, and I fucking love Mexico, man. That's my spot. I love Mexico, and I'm looking at all these properties that are like on the ocean, right? And they have these awesome properties, and we come up to one that's got like this giant fucking like wall, and I'm like, and I said outright, I said, see, now that's what I would do. If I had some property here, I build myself just a giant fucking wall, right? So nobody comes in, nobody gets out. It's my fucking area. This is my Mexico now. And my fucking buddy that was with me was like, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fucking driver can hear you. And I'm like, I'm not saying build the wall that everybody's so sensitive about. I'm saying build my own wall, my own Mexican wall.
Yeah, protect where you live. Am I right?
Right, yes.
What does that have to do with the wall at the bottom of the country?
That's what I'm saying.
You can go see the Gulf of America while you're there.
Handsome Kevin, keeping people out of his shit.
That's my shit. You stay out of it.
God bless America and God bless HK. And with that,
God
can we-
bless Mexico.
fuck yeah, dude.
Seoul, North Carolina.
I'll see you soon, Javier. I love you, buddy.
And with that, we cue the music.
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
We want to thank all of our producers, including our executive producer, Manny Kratzo, our producers, Kate Hensler, Matt Garifo, High Five Tom, Ryan Schlong, Al Day, William Mercier Jr., Kathy Hummer, Michael Hammond, Keith Parker, Scott George, Jesse Elwell, Emily Brock, and welcoming back to the personal producer category, I Dunk Biscuits, Handsome Kevin, take us home. I'm horny. I gotta go.
There is no better way to look cool. Big horn.